Hello and welcome everybody to Proficiency Bonus. My name is Dan, aka Vol Pirate, and welcome to another episode of Alien RPG Evolved Edition. This is Building Better Worlds, Frontier Fortune, Episode 9. Apologies everybody, we had some difficulties with setting up the stream because an update just came out on Streamlabs and made it very fun for us to figure out what was wrong with everything. So, sorry for the delay, but here we are. And sorry for the delay from last week. The weather kept us from being able to stream last week, but hopefully everyone is warm and safe. I was fortunate enough to be that person on YouTube who goes to take out the trash and then started sliding down the hill the opposite direction, and then had to army crawl all the way back. So it was a fun time. But going to the game, 2 weeks ago, our team explored the settlement, found nothing but a very well-kept little town. They searched and searched and searched. The place was pristine until they discovered the settlers, who had all been found deceased. One in particular seemed to pass a different way. When they searched the bodies, they found a journal on the individual who passed a different way, who Isaac ended up getting slimed when he had to try and cut the suit open to get the journal or figure out what was in there. The journal had some interesting comments written in them, to which the players have yet to fully determine the meaning of them. Then the episode ended with a single ping, please, from a ship on approach. And that is where we left off. So, with that, anything that anyone wants to bring up before we start?
I'm good here. Well, where were we positioned when this went on? Were most of us in the ship at this time? Were most of us in the cult
I think it was
area?
like half and half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was you went back to the ship. I
Right. Okay.
believe the we'll get back to that, but I think on the map it's actually separated. But I'll double check that. So with that, anyone want to use any experience points?
I believe so. Looking at the officer talent. The officer talent field commander, which allows me to use command in combat as a quick action instead of a full action. So that would cost me 5, and I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 6. And I don't know if that is available. Field Commander, it is available. Let me see if I can drag that onto my character sheet. Did that work? That worked!
Awesome.
All right. And now I will deduct the points. So I have 1 point left.
Okay, so you went and used it on Field Commander, which changes your command action from a full action to a fast action. Liam, we lost your camera. There we go. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the talent company resources.
Company resources. Okay, what does that do?
I gain a stress, and I say, as long as it's kind of one of those things where it's like plausible. So, like, yes, I prepared this item ahead of time.
Oh, okay. So basically, you're the person who, when they say there's no flying in the game, you're the one who flies at the end. No. Anybody else?
Yeah, once per act in cinematic play or once per session in campaign play, you may gain +1 stress to produce an item of your choice. You had it all along. It can be an item from chapter 5 or anything else the GM deems reasonable. It cannot be larger than a regular item of weight 1. The item is not yours. The company will want it back.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Anybody else?
Checking something. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm good on my front. I already used most of my points the last time to bump up a one skill to another.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and buy my second level of You've Seen It All.
Okay.
I'm almost to the point where I could buy one of my skills from 2 to 3 that I want, but I think I'm going to probably need this tonight.
You are definitely seeing some things.
Oh yeah, you can choose it up to 3 times. Okay. Page 26.
That is one that we do not have the ability to drag into our character sheet.
Okay.
As
Yeah,
I
it
recall,
goes into you can get it into we're currently like having it in inventory, and I just remember that I have it.
Let's go to general. Nope. If you go to items, the little briefcase, and then
Briefcase.
you go to Alien RPG Talents General, and then you should see Seen It All. Seen It All. Oh, that's right. It's a little item thing, not a.
Yeah, they're little item things.
Let me see if I
So
can. Oops.
I've just kicked my Seen It All. Oh,
I actually have
2.
4 of them in my inactive character sheet.
Yeah, 'cause I'm trying to
equipment
drag it in
list.
at times, and so I just have it there. I know I have it at level 2, so
Okay. That's right. I need to
that's all.
adjust that. Perfect.
Well, theoretically, it might be there when we
Yeah.
switch to the new system.
Yep.
So don't knock yourself out on it.
Yeah, really.
All right. So I think that's everybody. No one else wants to do anything, right?
I wasn't, but I think I just changed my mind right now. So I think I'm going to do martial arts,
Martial arts.
which doesn't look like it's in Foundry, but it lets me use agility instead of strength for
Close combat. Yeah.
close combat melee
That's
stuff.
nice. That's nice.
And then I
Agility
think
pilot guy.
there is something. Oh, I was just there.
Yeah.
I think
Agility
it's like
says
a quick
strength.
action. I
You
can
can
do
make an
something.
unarmed attack as a quick action instead of a full action, but with -2 dice.
The -2. Yeah.
All right. I went ahead and added that. It's under career.
Rear guy.
And then Seen It All. I'll create that right now.
You may have to do
And just did.
whatever sharing that you do.
Yep.
There we go.
There you go. Seen It All should be underneath there too.
Looks like we got the talents working. Sweet.
All right. So with that, I think that is everything for everybody. Anything else?
Nope, I think we're good.
Okay. Then let's kick off the planet. Let's see, which one was it? Was it this one? No, it was. I gotta let it finish loading. Not that one. This one. Okay, so make this active. You can see everything. And yeah, where we left off, let's do this. Ooh, these are all big, but we're going to do it anyway. Just to get everyone on there. I'm going to put people who are outside. I know Morgan, Riley, and then PCs. Isaac's out here. I think Sam was inside. Stanley, were you still outside? You were over by the generator, right? Or the comm center?
Yeah.
So you were there, and I think Mason was with you. I was going to say, William, were you outside or inside?
I think I was on the ship.
Hmm.
I think I was on the ship with Liam while he was doing the
Okay.
post-mortem and looking at the journal.
And
I was
then,
thinking I was on the ship too.
were you? Okay.
Meditating or something.
That's what
Yes.
my gut is telling me, but
Yep.
because I was thinking I was with William, and
I know the
William
three
was
of
on
you
the
were
ship.
in the med lab in the colony for the initial sort of investigation into the body.
Yeah.
But then we moved to the ship for something further. I don't remember specifically what,
And then,
but that's
Yeah.
that's where Liam and I were on the ship. And I think you're right that Sam was on the ship because he was like meditating or using some special ability that was reducing his stress.
He was trying to reduce stress down. That's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
He was interacting with his
Personal item.
what do we call them?
the
Signature item.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, signature item.
And then Franz, I know you were loading up, like getting ready to load up the bodies and jettison them when the ping happened. So I think that's why I had you outside.
Yeah, I was taking supplies from some of the supplies from the colony to the ship.
Okay. So where would you be?
So-
Would you be on the ship, or were you back outside doing stuff when the ping happens?
I think because I started loading when they started the initial investigation on the body.
Okay.
So I think at that point I would probably be unloading
On the
things
ship.
in the ship.
Okay.
Along with helping bring the bodies on board or whatever, to kind of prep for that whole thing.
Perfect. All right. So make these a little bit smaller. Yeah, so there is a ping on the ship. And when you go to look, there is another ship approaching.
What is their well, first off, does Mother notify the crew about this transmission ping?
It would have alerted whoever was on board.
All right. I guess Isaac will stop what he's doing, noticing the ping, and he's gonna make his way over to the bridge. And he's
Okay.
as soon as he does, he's gonna look for the whatever ships their IFF to see the code and name of the ship.
All right. Whoops. Sorry, I gotta click off.
And Sam's going to head to the bridge, and he's going to try to hail the other ship.
Okay. So we have one person going to go to the IFF to try and figure out if this ship is recognizable, and then someone else is going to hail the ship. Okay. Anything else that you all want to do? I would imagine anyone who is outside will not know about this. Okay.
Well, not at the moment.
All right. So
So
let's.
if that would those of us on board the ship realize that? Because I certainly would want to alert the rest of the team that we've got incoming.
That would be up to you. You would know that this is only to the ship.
Okay. Then I would definitely kick on my comm and let's see. So it's Franz and Stanley and then a bunch of NPCs back in the colony zone. Um, so I would just get on and say, um, Franz, Stanley, everybody else listening, we just got a ping. There is a ship coming in. Looks like it's getting ready to land on the landing pad right next to us.
Well, wait. Do we know how far the ship is out from the planet?
I would say
If it
because
was
of
transmitting when it came in, we would have gotten a few more hours out of it.
right, I would say from its approach, and you guys were on the other side of the caldera because you moved the ship. It approached on the other side and was not broadcasting or doing anything crazy. So there was nothing until it kind of came around the corner and then it got the metallic ping of a ship. There was no real emanations, no broadcasting, nothing significant.
If I can give them some kind of generic ETA, like it'll be here within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that, I would let them know.
Yeah, I would say you'd probably have around 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, I'll add that to it. ETA for this inbound ship is 10 to 15 minutes. I'd recommend everybody get back to the ship. But I'm not, I don't give orders, so that's just a recommendation.
I say, William, tell them to get their asses back to the ship.
However, the captain, Captain Blackthorn, has just seemed to issue an order saying everybody should return to the ship forthwith.
And
It is very
Sam
possible
will
that they may trying to take
We should try and hail the
possibly
ship.
stake back their claim if they are the part of the original crew here. However, we now own this property, so
You can compare the sizes of legal filings with them from there or here. That's up to you.
No, I
Or we-
think Stanley's right. I think he should stay to stake our claim, right? Because if we leave, then that's like us abandoning a facility. They can just take it back.
Well,
Franz, I definitely don't want you to
Holders
die.
keepers.
before we do anything drastic, we first should check to see if their IFF transponder is on, and see if we can't hail them as they begin to land in the
That's what
atmosphere.
Sam was planning on doing. Yeah, he's going to hail them. And he's going to hail them by saying, unknown vessel, this is
Oh.
Captain Sam Blackthorn of the USCSS Arsenal. Registry number 120464. State your intention, please.
Well, we don't know if it's unknown. Like, did the ship's computer read out the name of the ship if it had an IFF active?
There is no reading coming from the ship from a signal perspective, anything of
Okay.
registry.
I
Also,
say again,
we
Go ahead,
we
sorry.
apparently just named the ship.
we have
I
just
Yes, we
just
did, yeah.
we need to highlight that right now.
Like
Bluffing,
Arsenal as well?
come
Yeah.
Arsenal, yes.
Arsenal. Yeah,
We have
that's
officially named it after
Right.
nine episodes. We came up with the ship name.
Out of the blue. I didn't get a vote in this.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you'd rather
things
call it the
happen.
science lab.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And sorry, I was cracking up at the legal document joke. I don't know why it was so funny to me, but
That was a funny joke. That was good.
it just absolutely got me.
Excellent.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So you go and you hail them. No response.
No response. I'll repeat it just as a courtesy.
So the fact that it's in the atmosphere, uh, and we know it's approaching, means that can Isaac try and do a scan with the ship sensors to see if we can't get like based on the size of its like energy output for its thrusters, like at least the size of the ship, whether it's a class G, class M, or higher or lower.
Yep. Go
Like a
ahead
thermal
at
signature.
the Comtech.
Yep. Alrighty. He's gonna try and use intense focus to give him a +2. We'll see how that goes. 2 successes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So as you are looking at this, you get a scan and you realize it's not a small vessel, like a tiny 1-person, 2-person kind of ship, but it's also not like a medium-sized ship either. It's kind of in between.
Like when you say medium, are you referring to a class M Bison or a class G Corvus?
I'm gonna go with smaller than probably both those.
Oh,
Um, and then with your
Not quite
second
a
one,
shuttle, but not quite a large ship.
Yeah.
And a larger ship either.
and with your second one, you are actually going to see it. Where did I put it? Of course.
I seem to have lost my connection to the forge, so I'm gonna log out of it a couple times and try and get back in. But I'm still listening.
Yeah, it logged me out and logged me right back in, so it might have relogged you in. Oh, something to note in the top right, if you go to the book, the journal, I added Xiang Lu's journal. Let me configure ownership. There you go. So you'll be able to have those notes for what she wrote as well.
so this is under
The journal notebook, the little book emblem in the top right.
I see it.
Okay,
All
I
right.
see. Cool.
Perfect.
And then let me item. No, it's an actor, I think. I want to create a little journal for you guys so you can kind of see it. Add a page.
Is this not working?
Okay. And configure ownership. With your second success, you will, if you look underneath the journal, you will see something called ship.
I see it. Oh.
Cool. That's
There we
fun.
go. Unknown ship. Little tiny thing. Like I said, it's not large, but it's not a medium, but it's not a small. And so it's a little freighter. Like it says, it's bulky, it's modular, it's not really meant for anything crazy. It's literally back and forth, whatever you need to ship, haul, do.
Is it capable of interstellar flight, or does it not even have a grav drive, displacement drive?
I would say you don't know that yet.
Oh, Captain. I've
Yes.
asked Mother to run a scan, and based on the thermal signature of it approaching the atmosphere, it appears to be, if I had to guess, somewhere between a D class to a E class style ship. Nothing too big, but I wouldn't underestimate it.
Weapons.
Captain, at this point, it's hard to tell. It
Hard
must
to
have
tell.
been
Okay.
it must have been black body with the sun to avoid detection. Like some asteroids can work.
Right.
We'll have to see. But if it's
Keep
landing where I think it is, based on its trajectory, we'll be able to ready whatever armaments we have in an attempt to. Well, Captain, you know how we didn't find any ship within this colony, despite the fact that there were landing pads?
yes.
Based on the size of this ship, perhaps it is a freighter belonging to this corporation or group.
That sounds plausible to me.
In any case, we should at least prepare for their arrival. I advise we get Flash and Gadget ready on standby.
I will try again with this is the USCSS Arsenal. State your intentions, please. Not expecting anything to happen, but hey, third time's the charm, right?
Since when was this ship called the Arsenal, Captain?
I say. Have you ever read Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea, Kipling's story? Don't worry. It's just a name that we came up with for right now. We might change that name later on if we need to. It's not set in stone.
Yeah.
And I make sure
and
I
on
don't
the
have the microphone on when I say that.
on the note of Flash and Gadget out, well, Captain Blackthorn is trying to hail the ship. I am radioing to them to prepare to defend our claim on this new venture.
All right. And so with that, you hear and it's like static coming through, and every once in a while it's like
I'm
and
going to
it's
see if
like,
I can't use my diagnostic device to clean up the signal. See if we can't get a better readout.
go for it.
All right. I'm going to use my season diagnostic device, find out the problem, or would that not apply since it's more of a problem coming from the ship's end? Yeah.
You can run a diagnostics check to see if it's from your end or if it's from
Okay.
their end.
So that'll give me a +2 then. So
Although I'm not really sure if you're going to be able to see from their end. It's like
4 successes. It's 1d6 plus my. So when does
D6.
resolve go down in the system? This new one?
So resolve stays the same, unless you have a bonus to it. Resolve is wits plus empathy divided by 2.
Right. So whenever there's a stress scenario that lowers your wits or empathy, that doesn't affect your overall resolve. It's just a flat number.
I think that would affect it. So it's anytime it's used. So I'd imagine it probably does affect it there.
Okay. So I don't have anything on at the moment, so I'll just roll 1d6 plus 3 minus 4. So that appears to be a
2.
let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that gets reduced to a 2. Yes.
So if you go to page 44, you can see the stress response. It is tunnel vision. All skill rolls based on wits get -2.
All right. So that reduces my resolve to 2 then, I assume.
Yep, it would reduce it by 2 more. Well, it would be your wits is reduced, so I'm not sure. Let me look at your character sheet. So you have 5 on wits, 2 on empathy. So -2 would be 3, plus 2 is 5, divided by 2 is 2.5, rounded up, so it'd be 3. Unless you have something else affecting you as well.
Nope.
Okay.
Should be good.
Awesome. Yeah, so you get tunnel vision.
Yeah,
You
we're
go
just dead
through.
set on trying to figure this out.
Everything is working perfectly. You're able to tune it. You're able to enhance it on your end. You're able to do basically anything that you want on your end, and it does not affect what's coming in.
Well, it's nothing. It's nothing on our end. Might just be a bad signal or whatever is on this planet might be interfering with the signal. I'll just record it and see if I can't parse through it when it lands.
Yeah, and then it's just more static. Like it stops for a bit, and then it comes back on like it's trying to broadcast again, and it's kind of the same thing. And then you get bits and pieces, but it's nothing tangible. But yeah, if you look at the trajectory of it and all, it's basically coming into where appears to be coming roughly to the same path of where you guys are. And I would say as you're doing this, you'd probably be doing normal checks. There is nothing turning on to the ship. Like the sensors are not turned on by saying you're being targeted. There's nothing like that. So I'd say you have probably 5 minutes left, if that. Let's go Peter and the kid. What are you doing?
Um,
Because you're outside, are you gonna
Yeah.
hightail it back to the ship?
I mean, right now I technically have guns on the ground, so my inflated self of entitlement is probably keeping me in the colony right now because it's ours.
I would say Flash and Gadget would transition to the outside, and they'd stand post by the ship, kind of by the ramp.
Yeah, I'll basically be with them. So.
Okay. So they're going to be at the base of the ramp. And then are you going to be on the ship or on the ramp?
Now I'm gonna be on the ramp.
Okay. And then with that, I'm also going to say, because now we're going to role play this a little bit. Where is my other NPC? I missed Riley. That's who I didn't grab. Change her appearance. 1.6. Okay. So we have all these characters. I am going to let's see how far out can this go. Nope, map drops there. I'm trying to think of the best way to actually turn this on. Let me look. Yeah, so basically you're gonna have both security guards, Flash and Gadget on the ramp. You're gonna have Engineer 2 on the ramp, and he is also going to have a pistol on him. Riley is going to be on the ship. Ellis is going to be on the ship. Kyrian is going to be on the ship. And then Peter, you said you were on the ramp as well. And
Yep.
then is the kid going to be with you as well?
Yes, this is a great learning opportunity for him.
Okay. And then Franz. Where are you?
And decide if I should be on the bridge at the ship or not.
You could also be in the cargo hold, still loading, doing whatever you want, so you can kind of be nosy and see what's going on without being in real danger. Or you could be on the ship, like in the bridge, should I say, like you were saying?
Yeah, I guess I'll still be in the cargo,
Okay.
finishing up unloading and stowing things.
So I want to put you over here for the middle. And then all the names changed. That's weird. All of the token names changed.
Oh, something could be fixed later, I guess.
Yeah, I'm like, it says it right here. It says Oops. I mean, there we go. If you just right-click your name and then go to the bottom left, open configuration, see if you can change your name there.
I can't even get into the system right now. So
Okay. Here we go.
when we
I'll
hit
go
the
ahead.
break, I'll probably like do an entire reboot.
There we
Yeah,
go.
mine, it just has like my player name, not the character name on it.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on, but today is Freaky Friday for
It's
a
the first game
Tuesday.
of the year, right? It has to have all of the technical difficulties.
Yeah, because I was like, wait a second, why does it say kid? And then like I was just staring at it. It wasn't.
We're just shaking off the rust. It's all good.
Man, I have no idea what happened there. Oh, maybe when the system reconnected, it probably messed everything up. But the fun of streaming and little twitches and changes. All right, that should be sufficient. All right, so you're over there. William, where are you going to be?
That's a good question. You know, I'd be willing to be down on the ramp with everybody if we can get all the assorted comm chatter piped into my suit,
Yeah,
just so I can be ready. Um,
sure thing.
right now,
Yeah, you would absolutely have comms in your suit and everything else, so you'd be able to maintain contact with everybody. So then that would put you on the ramp then?
sure.
Okay. Sam.
Sam's going to be on the bridge.
Okay.
And if Isaac is, unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any kind of way for me to relieve Isaac's stress response.
Well, Isaac can use a signature item to reduce his stress.
Yeah,
That
that's
can be
not
done.
the response though. That's just the stress.
Well, I still need to reduce my stress.
Sure.
So Isaac will be on the bridge with the captain, and he's gonna he's gonna pull out of one of his pockets a family photo, various faces on it, and one that looks like Isaac but a lot younger, and it's been faded after some time. And he looks at it, rubs a thumb against one of the corners, and puts it back in his pocket. And I assume that this really reduces my stress by 1 point.
Yep.
Yeah. And Captain,
And
I
while
think
you're
you'd see
doing
this.
that, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just think you would see this, Captain, if you were looking.
Right, and
at
while
it.
you're doing that, I'm going to man the sensor controls. I do have ComTech. I'm nowhere near as good as you are, but while you're doing that, I'm going to keep an eye on this ship and see what it's up to.
Yeah, absolutely. So Isaac is staying on the ship. Sam's on the ship. Riley's on the ship. Ellis and Kyrian are on the ship. Franz is hiding out in the cargo bay. And then we have Sam, Stanley, Mason, Flash, Gadget, and the last one, because the name didn't change, Morgan, down below. So as you're all sitting there, the ship kind of comes in, and the landing pad's not too big. You can get like one ship on there, but this one's not going to be able to squeeze on there with your ship on it. So it kind of lands just on. So if you think like the ramp, it's not even like a full like lifted ramp. It's just kind of like cinder blocks put on the ground type thing. A little bit more formal, but it just barely raises off the ground. Gives it a nice flat rectangular area. And just on the edge, the ship comes and lands just on the other side. Maybe if I had to put it, maybe 100 meters away. So that ship comes and it lands down. Its cargo ramp starts to open. and people start to walk off.
How many? I use
Uh,
my binoculars.
Let me, just because.
I think the profile said it can hold 3 to 6. So
That is what it said.
All right,
see, we're gonna make a big deal out of this, but really, it's just the Amazon delivery guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Walmart still exists, and so does Amazon.
Let me just fix these. So one person comes out, then a second person, a third person, and 3 people come out, and they kind of come down, and they kind of have their like hands up, and they're just kind of like waving, and they're just kind of walking forward. And most suits are going to have a common channel that you can kind of tune to.
Mhm.
And the first one's going to say, "Hello, sorry, our ship doesn't have comms that appear to be working right now."
Oh, they know our frequency to our suits? Or are they
I'm sure they're
broadcasting on all-
broadcasting
all-
out
There,
loud
there,
to.
Okay,
there would be
okay,
a
yeah.
standard,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
Sorry,
Yes.
remind me of our company name again.
Astro Ventures.
Astro Ventures. Sorry.
Yep. So,
Yes. So I'll walk forward a bit, and say, yes, I am the current representative of Astral Ventures. This is our newly acquired operation. Please state your names and your purpose for landing.
just checking. It's Aurora Ventures.
Aurora
Oh,
Ventures.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was just double checking. And they're like, hello. We have no names. This is our colony. Are you here to join?"
Looks like I was right, Captain.
Unfortunately, it seems that there has been a change in management. This is now under the jurisdiction of Aurora Ventures.
And he just kind of looks and he goes, this is why we get away, because people come along and try and throw a stake on the ground, and I didn't want to have to do this. I was hoping to hold it off, but I already have the information for the claim right here, and it's already locked down. And the only reason we didn't make it publicly available is because once you do, it becomes on the map. So we had to pay some extra fees to make sure that it is under lock and key and that it's not broadcast out. But please come in. There's no point in talking out here. We can go inside. We can talk to everybody, and then I'm sure they can make you guys a nice meal.
Isaac is going to.
There's a big problem with
uh,
that.
Yeah, Isaac's gonna send a secure channel so these guys can't hear over to let's see, Stanley, and say, ask them about the bodies we encountered before
I was
doing
just
anything.
about to do something about that.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that here in a second. I'll walk, but before that, I'll walk out to them and basically review their paperwork, just as kind of a formality than
Maybe
anything.
we don't want to let them know what we know just yet.
Well,
Just on the outside chance, maybe they don't even know that anything happened.
they're gonna.
I don't think they
where's
knew.
everybody?
Yeah, I don't think they know anything right now. They probably were out on a supply run or something like
Right?
that. But yeah, so I want to take a look at their stuff.
So, like, how are they going to hand over this paperwork in this atmosphere? I assume they have like a data pad or
I
something?
figure it's going to be like a digital like signature
Or
type
analog
thing.
in this
So
case.
Yep. So he's going to be like, yes, yes, come inside. We can go to the command center. I can plug it in, and you'll be able to see it from the comfort of being inside, and you can use the terminal there to verify its contents and everything else. It's only a duplicate, of course, but it is have all the proper serialization and information on it for security reasons, of course.
And anyone looking in the direction of the marshal will see that his suit is kind of shaking a little bit because he's actually kind of chuckling to himself at something this guy just said.
so looking at him is like, yes, so we'll go. Let's go and check your credentials, shall we? And then like I'll have them lead the way to it.
I will
Having
stop you
Gadget
there.
and Flash behind us and everything like that.
No one loaded the bodies, and they're all by the door where you guys stacked them up nicely.
It's fine.
So I'm just, you're not making it to the comm center anytime soon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, look.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said they can lead the way. We'll be behind them and everything like that.
And so they come in. You know, you go open the first door, and they go in. The door seals behind you. They're doing small talk, and they're they're like, "So where are you brothers from?" And they're just doing that kind of small gibberish.
Yep.
So they've taken off their helmets.
If there is a possibility of distracting them from the pile of bodies, I'll try it. But I will continue to talk to them and everything like that, and tell them about our startup company and how we are traveling to such another, and just kind of say that we came across this empty colony. And since there was nobody here to lay claim to it, we have now uh, asserted company control.
And the so there's 3 individuals with you.
Mhm.
The first one's been talking a lot, and then the second one kind of chimes in, and it's a female voice, and then she just goes, "Of course, because we don't have names, all of a sudden we don't exist and we're nobodies."
Oh, no, that's not what he means, says the marshal as he hits the button to open the interior door.
And so the doors start to open, um, and the third person, who is also a female, goes, "Of course you'd say that, corporate pigs," and then kind of walks.
Hey. I'm a marshal. I kind of take exception to that pig remark, and I'm actually holding up my badge.
And goes, "You have no authority here. Coming over here and trying to claim what's not yours." And
There was no one here.
you keep
And
saying that.
I'm going to gesture at the pile.
And you all have them in the bags and zipped up. And they just kind of turn. And the first one again goes, "What is that?" Like, it just
And
looks
I will
like.
proceed to unzip.
Captain, the situation is like an asteroid entering orbit. It's going down. I feel like we should be very careful about what
let
we
me
say.
let me ask you, where is it that you all were coming from here? Like as he's like walking over to the pile of bodies and everything like that, is all like, that looks like a supply ship. So I assume that you were off getting more equipment and everything like that. How long have y'all been away?
So I'm going to segue. Franz, are you still in the cargo bay doing your own thing, or did you follow them in?
I didn't follow them in, but I'm gonna keep an eye on the ship.
Okay. Sure thing.
So,
So we'll
like,
keep
from
you
yeah.
outside.
So I'll be like in the cargo bay, just kind of peeking out, seeing if anybody else comes out.
Okay. And so as you are asking that question, I would say like mid conversation of you saying like, "Where did you come from?" I assume you're on a supply run. William is already unzipping this bag and like flips it over, so you don't get the finish because all you hear is, "Oh my God, what have you done?" And all three of them are in hysterics right now, and they just start unzipping the bags, and they're like, "Sister, brother," and they're going through each one, and they are just panicking right now, and then they just are sitting there just ignoring what you're saying and just absolute fright.
None of them were in like suits, right? If I remember right, they were all just kind of like out in the open. It was just the one person that was actually like suited up.
They all had their
With their
helmets
helmets
off.
off.
They all had the suits, but the helmet was off except for the one,
Okay.
and
Oh,
that's
okay,
the
right,
one
right,
who
right.
slimed Isaac.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one body that's
So
not.
so they are obviously like they can see their faces. They don't look fresh or anything like that. They are like emaciated and mummified and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then we did say that this place does have air in it now.
Mhm.
It is
Yes.
pressurized. So I would say
Yes.
they would have removed their helmets. So it's one man, two females who are there, and they are sitting there and just on their knees, hands and knees, and they're just upset. And then,
They all failed their panic rolls.
yeah,
So without even like missing a beat, it's like, so as I said,
you did
there
this.
was no claim left on this place, and so we have undertaken management.
You killed them.
Uh,
You
No,
killed
okay.
them.
Take a look at the bodies. They killed
I can't-
themselves.
Isaac is going to go on the intercom and try and talk to the hangar. I'll explain everything. I'm the science officer of the ship. Give me a moment, and I'll come right back down with evidence. And as he turns off the intercom, he's going to look at the captain and say, I'll hand him the journal and I'll tell them what I know from my findings. But I do expect that we handle this tactfully. And he's going to get up, grab his equipment, and head on down using the elevator.
All right.
I was gonna say, like with that, was it on like the ship's logs or anything like that yet, or is it only in
Just the journal, because like
the physical thing?
no, the
And
hard
we have all
drive
our
like
all
only
the proof
had
of our truth.
yeah, the hard drive only had mining platinum, HEL, bring and removed, and the journal. That's all I got. So I'll just share that with them. So Isaac will use the elevator and come on down and meet up with the others.
Okay.
Wearing his respirator on his face. He just
Yeah, so Stanley, are you pretty close to these people?
I mean, close enough, I guess.
Because I'm gonna say like these two are kind of just gonna be like on the side. The engineer's gonna be over here. Like, are you gonna be like in the middle, like up there, kind of like trying to have a normal distance conversation to them?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and then one of the women's gonna come up to you and go, I can see what happened. You probably opened the airlock above and probably aired them all out. And she just shoves you and goes, "You did this."
Okay, stepping forward,
We're
my shotgun's slung. I don't have it in my hands. I'm like, all right, that's enough. I want you all to just sit down and listen to me for a minute.
I am nonplussed by this at the moment.
If we were the murdering cutthroats you think we are, you think we'd have a problem with the three of you? No. We theoretically took out this mass of people, so why would we bother with you three? We would have taken you down. No, we got here. These people were dead. They had opened the vents themselves. They have wiped every single computer in this joint. If we hadn't found a journal on the one person who stopped taking whatever medication or drugs you're feeding these people, who then was able to write down what was going on, we'd have no idea. We just found a bunch of bodies around a burn pit.
Let me
And
check
we will
something.
show you the video recordings from our suit cameras if you will just calm down, please.
And then I would say at that moment, the other woman goes, "You're liars," and like pulls out her pistol and like is like holding it in front, and she's like shaking, and she's like, "You're all liars."
I'm coming forward. The only thing in my hand is my badge. I promise you that if you can just calm down and give us a few minutes, we will show you the proof. Please put the weapon away. I'm not trying to take it from you. Just put it back in the holster.
I feel
And
like
give
this
us a
would
few
be a
minutes.
command or manipulation roll.
Well, the problem is I can't get into the system, so I can't roll any dice. I can go get
Oh,
my
that's
regular dice and
true.
throw them on the table.
So I'm gonna pause there.
And
Roll's
say, our
not
GM can
needed.
pull up your stat sheet.
Yeah. The male is gonna go over and kind of put his arm around her, and he's gonna whisper in her ear, and then he's gonna turn and he's gonna be like, "Emotions are high. We will listen to you."
Thank you.
And then they just kind of turn and he kind of nods to both of them. And they both kind of nod back. And he goes, I guess we'll go to the communication center and you can plug in your cams there and show us what's going on.
I think that is a very wise decision. I'll walk in front of everybody just to sort of show them that I'm okay with them at my back. Don't know that it'll help.
Yeah. Go ahead and just do a passive empathy roll. Oh, actually, I'll do your passive empathy roll. That's right.
Thank you.
How's it?
Let's see. We got William. Oh, there is
Would this be
no. Oh,
more
yeah,
of an
there it is.
observation roll, but using the empathy score?
I was just gonna use empathy and then see if his emotion can get through. It's a smaller roll versus using one of the skills. So we're going to roll empathy for you. No stress dice. Roll.
I think my
Oh, there it
stress
is.
is actually at 1 or 2.
Well, it's a passive, so I just uncheck the roll stress and it removes it. So you got one success. And so yeah, they just kind of seem to look at you and kind of nod and then kind of just follow. Isaac, I would say you are probably able to make your way in, and I would say it would probably be right after the Mexican standoff there of everybody. Although it really wasn't a standoff, it was just
Heightened tensions.
yeah. So I would say you are with the group, and then I would say everyone makes their way to the communication center. And there, they would just kind of be looking around and see how everything's still pretty spotless, clean. They kind of look and they're like, and when they walk in, they just kind of see and they're like, I guess you're gonna plug in.
Yes, and I'll boot everything back up there and get it ready to like show everything that is in the current state.
And so when you went in, you booted it up and you used that's right, you used a remote control station to hook into it. From there, were you able to get some hard drives and stuff and put some surplus equipment in there? Or how are
No,
yes.
like the only thing that's in there right now is just like what was in there and is basically everything that is now in shows our systems now instead of whatever they had there.
Okay.
Now I did make a point to just kind of like make a backup of the previous stuff, which wasn't really much of anything, but that I do still have that as well.
Okay. Yeah, so you go and you start booting it up and he just turns and the guy goes, "How are you turning it on?"
As I said, we are now under management of this facility.
And he kind of turns and he's like, "But there's no hard drives or anything."
Yes. Well, we have our external systems currently patched in.
He kind of looks around and he's like, and then just kind of nods.
When I did the transfer, there wasn't much of anything to really transfer in this case, and I'll pull up like what was left over in the backups. As you can see, there was nothing left of your colony to really show any sense of ownership.
So I think we should show them the video recordings from our suits.
Stanley, make observation roll
Observation.
with stress. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, that works too." Well, yeah, I was gonna say, I was like,
I was gonna
all
say I
stress.
didn't really have any stress right now.
Okay,
But,
that's right. Well, are you pushing or are you?
but I'll do a push. Push, yes. Boo. Boo, I say. Boo.
And he just kind of sighs and he's just like, "Gotcha." And I guess the video that you guys have.
I'll pull up the recordings from when we like arrived and saw the uh, state of things, and kind of like fast forward, scrub through it, fast forward through all the boring parts and everything like that.
Okay. Yeah, and so going through and you kind of see them and they're all three of them are sitting there and they have concerned looks on their face. And they kind of turn and he goes, that's enough."
And
And
I'll
he
click
kind
off
of
the video.
turns to the women and just goes, this has been a very emotional time and he kind of turns, he goes, "Sisters, would you mind going and getting some water for everybody here?" And they just both kind of nod and then just kind of like wipe their face and then go to stand up and then head towards the mess and wreck, both of them.
I'll go with them to give them a hand.
Okay.
Good idea.
There you are.
So again, as you can see, the transfer of ownership has been made and is unfortunately now legally binding. Your previous contract is at this point null. However, we are not completely heartless on the matter. We are willing to allow you to continue to manage the facility if you wish. However, it'll just be under our contract instead of yours.
And he turns and he goes, here's the data chit. You can do whatever you want, but legally this doesn't belong to you. You can try anything you want, but once this goes up, your claim will be null and void. And he gives you the data chit. And when you plug it in, I mean, it's a very, very detailed report with all the information in it needed. Pierce, everything's lined up, I's dotted, T's crossed, and everything else in the system.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pause.
So I look at it.
I'm going to go to Sam. Sam and Franz, what are you two doing?
I'm keeping an eye on the ship that they came in. I don't want to go over and explore the ship without anybody backing me up. That seems like that would be a bad idea. Franz, where are you?
Halfway.
I'm on
to
the other ship.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like,
Well, wait for me.
The
No,
right cables.
I was gonna. Yeah, Franz was gonna keep an eye on it for a little bit, and then he would have reached out to Sam directly and say, I think I want to go scope out the ship, see if there's anybody else or anything else. This seems weird.
hey, we got people here? Let's go see them.
Yourself. Want me to come along?
Just so you know, Ellis is over your shoulder now, looking at the cameras with you, and is like, that's so exciting, more people. After he was done doing his stomach cleansing gut routine.
Yeah,
It's gonna have abs of steel after this.
They seem like they think they own the place, from what I gather from the comms chatter I'm hearing. I don't know if it's possible for us to refute their claims. That's not really my area of expertise.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, oh, what's her name? Shoot.
Kyrian.
But what is your opinion of this, Kyrian? Is there any way that we can jump their claim legally?
We would have to look into it. Right now, it's not looking good with people to refute our claim. But again, we will have to do further research into this.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ellis is like, yeah, that's. I mean, technically they were here first. I mean, you can see the buildings and everything else. So, oh man, that would be so awesome to have claimed this. Should we go say hi?
Don't lose hope. Maybe we can strike some kind of deal with them, if nothing else. And then I'm going to switch back to Franz and say, Franz, are you going to go over there? And do you want me to come with you if you're going to go over there? I can lock up the ship, and we can keep our employer and his.
I can come with you.
You want to come with us? All right, let's do this. It'll be a great experience for you.
And Kyrian puts her hand on his shoulder, and he just goes, "Aw."
I'm sorry. I really wanted you to come, but
he's not here.
Sometimes you have to listen to your conscience or your better half, should I say. She seems to have your best interest at heart at all times.
All
So
right.
I'm going to go find Franz, and Franz and I are going to go explore the ship.
Okay. Let's see. So we kind of have let me go back to the map. I have the other thing up. So we have William escorting the two followers down to grab some waters and stuff for everybody. We have one of the followers, Stanley, Mason, Flash, Gadget. Isaac, you're with them, right, in the comm area?
He was on the way to him in the hangar, or before
Yeah.
everything went around. So
Yep. You would have been with them because after the kind of standoff moment, tense moment, you would have kind of opened the door after that point and been with them.
So while we're all now one group, Isaac is going to walk up to them and say, "I know that things have been stressful, but I need to ask your names and what were your job titles on this colony, just for record keeping."
And he kind of turns and goes, "We have no names. We have no
Right? No
jobs.
names, no jobs.
Our
What
job
would
is
you?
to be family."
And if you did not have a name, then you could not have registered this in any way or capacity.
Well,
And I'm
register in
looking
the
at
colony.
the no, I know. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the data on the claim shit and everything like that to see if there's any like actual like registration name on it or anything like that. Basically looking for like any kind of like loophole to say this thing might be null and void.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead, Isaac.
so the ship you came in, where were you going to making your supplies? Were you heading down to the Tartarus sector to resupply, or do you have another ship or station in the system?
Oh no, we were just meeting with another ship. One of the people wanted to leave, and so we went and dropped them off. Our main brother wanted us to get him out because he wasn't happy and he was a little sick. I think,
Sick?
yeah, he had
What?
something and he just wasn't doing well, and so
Well,
he had to go and go
when did he
to
get sick? How did he
oh,
get sick? Infection? Prions? Viruses? I need the
yeah,
IFF of the ship he was handed off to.
I don't know. We were told to fly to these coordinates, and that
Can
was
you give
it.
me the
And
coordinates?
I would say you get a couple coordinates, and um, they're like 12 hours away, and it's just the middle of space.
Do you know the name of the ship he rendezvoused with?
No, we were there. Their ship was there. We docked, connected.
In the middle of space, you contacted them from this facility.
No, we didn't.
Who did then?
Our main brother did.
Well, who is your main brother?
He's not here. I should probably check and see if he's among one of the people.
Listen, if you did not license your colony with the colonial administration, then you effectively have no claim because how. oh, I just can't stop focusing on the fact that someone in this colony got sick while in this environment, seal or not, is still connected to this part of the planet, and you handed them off without any documentation to another ship. Do you even know exactly the qualifications I have to know just how much deep shit you're in for letting a sick person go off without any documentation out in space? Who knows what biocontamination they have carrying dormant within their system off to this new crew or whatever system?
And he just puts his hand up. This is why we don't like dealing with you all and why
Because
we
you're not going to get
left.
charged of being a moron, being incompetent, being I can't deal with this right now. I'm going to leave, and you are going to start asking more questions to our corporate officer. Because if I stay here any longer, I'm going to hit you with a microscope. And Isaac leaves.
Okay. Uh, so he just kind of goes through that. Doesn't really react much. And then Isaac, where would you want to be going after that? Are you just going outside? Or are you going to go back to the ship? What are you
He's
looking
just
at
gonna
doing?
go outside and start like breathing through his respirator, tightening the straps, knowing that someone was sick here. And as he just tries to calm himself down, he's gonna use his radio and contact the captain. Captain, I
Yes,
feel as
Isaac.
if Captain, they mentioned uh, dropping off one of their cult members with another ship at certain coordinates in this system.
Oh, really?
They were sick, apparently.
Oh,
Virus or contagion.
okay.
I'm afraid it's indigenous to this planet. But the problem is whether or not these people are also sick or if they're asymptomatic.
Do you think you can get some readings on them, get them into our med bay, find out if they are sick?
I'd honestly rather use the medbay on this
On
area so not
inside
get
the
anybody else
inside,
sick.
yeah, that's good idea actually.
It's a little
But whether
messy
or
in
not
there
they
right now, isn't
comply
it?
is entirely up to them. But so far, they've been nothing but dull-witted cattle. I've seen smarter alien species on other rocks than them. They seem to be totally non-committal, not knowing anything that's going on around them.
Well, the
Zero
whole no
awareness.
names, no jobs thing, that's doesn't seem like the peak of efficiency to me.
Colt has some kind. You're right, Captain. You obviously have more experience dealing with people than I do, but even I know that this is
How,
something
how can
else.
you even establish a claim if there's no hierarchy or no one has a name or a job? How can
If
you
this
legitimately even have a claim to a yeah.
likely bribes, graft, corruption, but this was done out of the outside the colonial administration. There's no government oversights. This is a small corporation. I doubt their claim, no matter how well documented it is going to hold up in any sort of court. And even then, they have no shares in the company, despite and whoever was the cult leader is either dead or is handed off to another ship. If there's any
Right.
comm chatter or any
And
other
you said
signals
you
that
you had coordinates? They gave you coordinates?
coordinates that they rendezvoused with another ship in the middle
Right.
of empty space for some reason. If they made any communications through there, perhaps there's some signal that's still flying through space that we can intercept. At the
If
very
we go
least,
to their ship, we can access their logs and
that's
find
true.
out what was going on from their logs. They might not
Captain,
like us coming on board their ship and looking at their logs, but if we ask politely, maybe they will maybe they'll agree.
at the
So
very least, Captain,
Franz
the
and I
first
were
thing
about ready to head over there. So I don't know what your plan is. Are you going to go back inside? Because you've come outside, correct?
yes,
To
and I
cool
do
off.
not want to go inside while they are still there breathing the same unfiltered air that I am breathing filtered. If you can keep them occupied somehow distracted, although that does not seem to be the most difficult of tasks, I'll see if I can't somehow gain access into their ship. I have a few diagnostic tricks I've learned along the way to allow expedited access into their systems. At the very least, I can figure out what IFFs they received from the ship they rendezvoused with, and perhaps we can get a flight chart or manifest from a nearby station by sending it out to the nearby settled systems in the Tartarus sector. Perhaps they might have logs on where the ship have gone. And I can then notify the ICC about a potential quarantine breach in order to prevent further quarantines. Captain, I'm sure you've dealt with quarantine ship systems and planets and ships. It's never pretty. If we can nip this in the
You're
bud,
absolutely right. Yeah, things can go south really fast.
you,
So we
you
have
don't
to
know
be
it.
careful here. We definitely don't want to pick up anything that they may have had.
At the very least, wash your hands, cover your mouth, do not share any food or water with them. and at the very least, make sure that you stay in quarantine for a bit if you're feeling sick. I'll see what I can do after I recover these logs, if they have any. But seeing as how terrible this communication and infrastructure is, we'll just see. I'll let you know what I find, and then Isaac is going to make his way towards their ship.
Okay. So I would say when you were in there, the other engineer would have headed back to the ship since he was like, I'm done with this. There's no point in me being here. And he would have left as you all got to the comm center and were kind of talking. You are, so there's, obviously these people are over here in the kind of the communication center. Isaac would be heading out this way. Sam, are you going to go with Franz and to go to the other ship?
Correct.
Okay. And then we have William with the two followers getting water. So we're going to cut to William. Basically, they go in. They're grabbing the stuff for the water. They know where all the glasses are. They get the tray. They start filling it up. And they're going, and then one of them just kind of turns and just goes, "This is just awful."
Yeah, it was very shocking for us too, but I'm sure it's even more shocking for you since you knew these people.
I can't believe they're gone.
Yeah, none of them survived. There was one member of the group who had not removed her helmet, but she still passed inside her suit. She stopped taking whatever supplements your group has been issuing, and her mind cleared a little bit, and so whatever persuaded all the others to take their own lives, she fought against it, at least internally.
Give me an observe. Are you in the system, or are you still not able to get in?
No, I'm not getting it. I think
Okay.
I would have to completely reboot my computer. Now,
Okay.
if you're gonna roll observation for me, you have to decide if you want to use my investigator skill
Okay.
talent.
Well, you tell me if you would like to do that. I was gonna say
Well,
observation.
from what I recall of it saying, it's like when you're looking for something.
Uh,
Yeah. So it's very vaguely worded. So there are
oh,
times when I'm like, oh, I definitely would be using it here, but there are other times I'm like, I don't know. I mean, as I said, I was hoping to see, I'm watching to see if they're going to try and put anything into the water.
right.
And if that's what the role were for, I'd say, yeah, put the investigator there. But if it's just sort of for me to pick up on something that one of them's doing that wouldn't normally catch my attention, then I wouldn't add it.
Yeah, this isn't a, so that +2 is for actively searching for something hidden in a zone. This does not
Right.
apply to anything passive. So this is
I didn't
all,
think so.
yeah. So it
The
would
regular
just
observation.
be, yeah, just be the observation. You get 2 successes. I would say as you are doing that and telling her about the one who passed, you thought you saw a smirk, and then she
Okay.
kind of just goes back and just starts. She like kind of just starts to get sad again, and then kind of walks up to you and kind of hugs you, and is just crying
My
and
hackles were
sorry.
raised. When she starts to hug me, my hackles are a little raised because I'm just worried she's about to try and like judo flip me. But I, as far as I'm concerned, these people are all probably Looney Tunes, so I'm not taking anything for granted.
And she just kind of grabs you and is like crying, and she's just like, and she's just like holding on, kind of that like sad grip on the back, and she's just holding on to you, and she's just like, it's
I
so sad. And she's just
Yeah,
looking up and
and I want to make sure she doesn't like detach hoses or something on my suit.
yeah, I would say like she's like fine, like gripping onto your suit and like holding on to it, like from the back. Like her arms are like underneath you, like this.
Hmm.
Um, and then she's just like, I'm so glad you're here and you're here for us. And she starts to just like roll her body a little bit. Um, and
I
then you
think we need
hear,
to get the water back to the others.
sorry.
I think we need to get the water back to the others.
And she kind of looks up at you and she goes, "Yeah, I think you're right." And then she pushes you back, and in your back is a shotgun pointed to your back. The other one is now pointing the shotgun at your back.
Couldn't see this coming.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're gonna pause you there. Also, take a point of stress.
No, I won't because
Oh,
I'm getting
that's right.
so committed.
All right, so we are going to go to Franz and Sam. You two get off the ship and start making your way downtown. I imagine you did you hear anything from Isaac about him wanting to go, or are you two just going and didn't hear anything?
I heard Isaac say that. Yes,
Okay.
definitely, because he and I were talking. So
All right. So are you waiting for him, or are you two just going to go head over first?
I prefer to wait.
Okay. So then I would
wait on the ramp, like in front of the ship, kind of thing.
Right.
Yep. So you are waiting on the ramp of our ship or their ship?
Our ship.
Okay.
I'm going to wait on the ramp of our ship.
Okay. Yeah, so Isaac comes over.
Isaac, you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. The first thing we need to do is ensure that there's no. Well, frankly, now that we're closer to
Wait. Are you feeling okay? Because when you left our ship, you were a little stressed, and I couldn't tell when you left if you were feeling better. And I was just like, want to make sure we all got our heads in the right spot if we're going to be going on to that ship. All right, so
I
we're all
appreciate you
good,
looking
right?
out. I appreciate you looking out for me, Captain.
That's what the captain does. Have to make
I
sure
should,
we're all okay.
so long as I'm not in the same room as those cultists, I should be fine.
So our plan is going to be, we're going to board their ship. We're not going to try to be hostile, right? Does that sound like we're just going to let's try to be friendly, assuming there's even anybody on board. It might be empty,
Well, to the naked eye, perhaps, but I
right?
advise that you wear some kind of mask or
Oh, I'm
not.
wearing I'm wearing my suit, man.
All right, so good as well.
Yeah, because the landing pad itself isn't like
Yeah.
Right.
in a
Yes,
hangar,
we're all
right?
wearing
It's
Yeah,
Right.
it's exposed to the elements, yeah.
keep your
Yeah.
seals on when we
I
enter.
am sealed up, definitely.
I'm worried that the fact they went under the radar for this operation means they probably did not take all the safeguards
It
for
seems like they're
quarantine
hiding something.
information.
From what you've told, you know, they are kind of wishy-washy, obviously. No names, no jobs, but still, something doesn't seem right here. Um, so we're going to go on board. We're going to. I'm since Sam does have manipulation of 3 and empathy of 5. That will give him like 8 dice to roll for fast talking them into some kind of situation where Isaac can slink off and try to access their computers. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah. How long do I have a stress response for? I assume it's
Uh,
been enough hours that my stress has gone down since we're not in a stressful situation.
I would say it's still there because we are still. You also haven't calmed down though because you went from a ship coming, been over there to yelling at the person. Like, you haven't had a moment to sit down, relax. Like, you
Yeah.
need hours and
That's
stuff.
fair. Oh,
Yeah.
ha.
It at least lasts for the entire like scene that we're in.
Yeah. All right, so you three start to head over.
Everybody, is everyone armed? I have my pistol.
I have
Okay.
you.
I
Isaac
don't
has
know
his
that there's
microscope.
any trouble that we're expecting, but you never know. Okay. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, so you three start walking down. You walk down the ramp. You start walking across the rest of the actual landing area, and you kind of like step down to the planet side, and you start getting closing the distance to the actual ramp of their ship, and it's 30 yards and 20 yards.
I'd like to make an observation roll just to see if I see any. Is there anyone like moving around in the windows? Is there anyone watching us?
Go ahead and make an observation roll, passive.
Okay. So, where is observation?
Yeah, so you got a success.
All right.
I would say you see a very small camera on the exterior just kind of like pivot. Like almost like the lens, like not like pivot, but like you can see like the lens inside of it, just kind of like, and you're like, did it move? Did it not? Like, it's one of those like you saw it but you didn't see it type things.
Okay. Let's advance carefully. And I'll turn my comms to the international channel for communications and say, "This is Captain Sam Blackthorne of the USCSS Arsenal requesting permission to board your ship. Can you read me? Over."
Cap. Captain,
And
why?
go ahead, Isaac.
Captain, why did you do that?
Because I like to default to we're going to be civilized. I know we're on the frontier. I know more often than not we're not civilized, but let's give everybody a fair chance to be civilized for a change.
So they're gonna say no, and then we're not going to go in.
Well, we'll go
So far,
in.
So
We'll
far,
go
Captain.
in. Don't worry. Right, Franz? We're going in. One way,
So,
I can see the gleam in Franz's eye. He can't wait
why,
to get in.
Captain? Why would you even say anything? Because now they're going to know that we're going to go in, or that
They
we
know
want
we're
to.
coming. They're watching us. Didn't you see that spy camera move?
No, I've been more focused on trying to figuring out how to get in than thinking about who might be watching us. It's
The
probably the
ramp's
slow.
still down, right?
Right now it is still down.
It's
In
likely
about
just
10
linked
more
up to
feet,
their.
it goes back up. As you guys got closer, the ramp just
Right.
and
They're
seals
not
up.
playing friendly. Isaac, you were right.
Franz, make an observation roll. Passive.
That's just without the stress.
Yeah, without stress. Oh wow, you have 2 dice and you guys are rolling well today. You look up.
So the secret is rolling less dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you look up and on the ship you notice there is a modified light railgun on the ship. But it is stationary and it might have like looks like it could have movement. And then also from your experience being a pilot, you would also kind of see that the ship's kind of had some, like, a lot of just slight modifications and stuff.
Oh boy. Hey boss, this gonna kind of nod towards the weapon. This thing is not some simple transporter. It's been modified, including that.
So things are not as they seem, eh?
That seems highly illegal.
I'm going to. It is. So just so you all are tracking, it is page 125. It's a light railgun turret, is what it is. I'm not gonna say it's a light railgun turret. I'm gonna say it's more of a light turret because a light railgun turret is going to be, I feel, a little bit larger, and it's got armor
Well,
piercing rounds. I'm going to say this one is more, even though it's not listed in there, I'm going to say it's a little bit less than it.
well, I mean, if it's for ship, I don't see why not, because like it's used for like millions of kilometers of space, and it's meant to pierce through holes. A normal small turret wouldn't do jack against anything. It just makes more sense if it's just like a small like railgun turret. Most military ships have enough armor, anyways.
Yeah, so this one's going to be like a modified one, so it's a little bit smaller. So like think about a sawed-off shotgun. I'm joking with that one, but it's just, this is the only list that we have in the book, so that's what I'm trying to explain, is that it's similar to it, but it's just a little bit different.
Lower powered.
Lower powered.
Okay.
And so it's going to be a light turret, I'll say, versus a light railgun turret. Sure, it's common because it's 1.5 million, which is fairly affordable, especially how much ships cost and stuff. But I would say it's more of a jerry-rigged modified turret.
Okay.
Think about what I was gonna say, the Firefly at the movie when they put strap the gun on top. So yeah, that is what I wanted you to see from that observation.
Would this be a good place to take a quick break?
I was going to. I was gonna see if there's anything else you guys wanted to say.
I thought maybe that's where you were going with this one. That old, let's punctuate this right before the break.
Yep. So that is where we are going
We'll be
to
back
take
after a message from our sponsors.
Yeah.
Who just happens to be a light railgun company.
Yeah. Going back to the trio. Anything you want to do?
How close are we to the ship?
About 100 meters, 100 yards.
How close are we to our ship?
Oh,
Roughly
you mean
halfway?
Oh, sorry, to their ship? You're about 10 yards away.
Okay.
The ships are about 100 yards, 100 meters apart.
Okay. Man. What do you think? Keep advancing? It's not going to
What's
do us
the,
any good if we keep advancing because they close their ramp.
We could open it. I'm a little bit worried about that gun, though.
Me too.
For a shipside railgun used for fighting ships in orbit, likely not operable in atmosphere, or at the very least, it's too big to hit us. Unless it's a smaller.
I'm not
turret.
willing to take that bet there.
Yeah, it depends on where it's on the ship. Is it on the top, on the bottom? Is it on a
Right.
gimbal?
I will
It
ask the
is-
game master. Mr. Game Master,
Absolutely.
does Sam think it could be aimed at him where he is now? Would you like me to make an observation roll, or is that just something I can tell by looking at the barrel pointed at me?
You would have saw it. Franz would have pointed to it, kind of nudged it. And so you would have seen it. Let me pull up the ship again just to look at it. Image. And so the way it landed, it kind of landed sideways. So perpendicular to the ship. And as you go up, are trying to see the ramp, if you would have gotten in, you guys would have gotten kind of in front of it. You would have seen it. It's on the left side of the ship, and so you would have seen the barrel kind of peeking out, and so that's where you would have seen it.
Okay.
So it is basically it would be on the back side, so it wouldn't be able to face your ship.
All right. Well,
Okay.
that's a positive. Keep advancing.
All right.
It turns, it fires.
All right, so lost connection, got connection again. Yeah, so basically you all keep walking up to the ship. And we cut back to Stanley.
All right.
So you have all this data. Isaac was just yelling at him. He's kind of going through and he's kind of pointing out, and he's like, "Well, this is all the information for this," and like,
I'm like looking at it as like, is it actually like registered under like a name or entity or anything like that? Because it has
Oh,
to have
were we
something.
able to get inside the ship?
nope. You guys were going up to. You guys decided that you were
Oh,
going to
sorry,
try and get
yeah.
on the ship.
Yeah, sorry, you're talking about data. I was just...
Yep. So we segued back over to Stanley.
Right.
And then so you would see I forgot to write the last name actually. You would see that the name is on there is registered to a Sean Wilson.
Like, well, it seems that not everybody in your retinue is named brother or sister. So who is Sean Wilson?
He kind of looks up and he goes, I don't know. I would have to imagine he's our main brother.
I see. So it's not you.
No, I don't. I've never had that name.
Mm-hmm. And what name did you have before?
We don't speak it.
Well, I think that under circumstances, you can probably do so now.
And he just kind of looks at you. But pressuring
It's
my
like you are obviously
beliefs.
important enough to have. You're obviously important enough to have this information on you. So, who are you in this organization?
I'm but a simple brother.
Yes. You're a brother. What is your what are your tasks?
We all work on whatever we need to do. If we need to build a building, if we need to do maintenance, if we need to drill out a
Who
core
handles the
sample.
administration on your do the air quotes colony?
But what do you mean administration? We just help each other out and just live.
Mm-hmm. So you are not the administrator for this colony, even though you have the and I'll still put emphasis on this, the claim paperwork.
And he just looks and he goes, yeah, anyone can have it. It's just a copy. It's not the original. The original is probably with our main brother.
Okay. I'll I'll put it away right now. So look, this is how these things happen. Your colony has, based on the situation, fallen under the abandoned state, which means that this claim is no longer in force. And being that this was not openly registered with any ICC regulations in the first place, this claim is going to be null and void.
He just kind of looks and he goes, I don't. You're using a lot of words. I don't. And he just kind of looks. He goes, one second. I got to go use the restroom real quick. It's been a long trip.
It's fine. I would suggest that you get back on your ship with your brothers and sisters, whoever might be left, and vacate the premises. Otherwise, you will be considered trespassing, and we will have to treat you as such.
And he just kind of like looks and he's just at a loss and doesn't even like know what to say. And he just kind of just goes, excuse me, and kind of makes his way back to the rooms that were back there. Going to the bathrooms that were in one of them. Goes in, kind of closes the door behind him. And then Mason would just be sitting there watching you, listening, taking notes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'll look at Flash and Gadget and be like, as soon as he comes out, please make sure that him and his comrades are escorted off of the premises. Please use your judgment on the amount of force that is required.
And Flash kind of looks at you, and he kind of like turns and like radios in, and he just kind of nods. Presumably he's talking to Kyrian.
Right.
And then he kind of just like him and Gadget kind of go to the door and are standing there outside the room. Kind of hit the handle, it's locked. But it's the room, it's a bathroom and stuff like that. And so they're standing there. We're going to pseudo cut back to William. William, you have a shotgun in your back. When you look back, like you can see her there, and she goes, "Oh, you guys just ruined everything." And then the other one comes up and grabs your comm unit out of your thing and rips it out.
Yeah, I figured I wasn't going to get a chance to talk to anybody.
And so she kind of looks at you and she just goes, "And now you're going to come with us." And so she they get to the door and they kind of peek out and they kind of see Isaac walking out, and they see him kind of go through the door. So like they're sitting there and they see him kind of like storming straight out. And then they kind of take you and then kind of walk you up to the storage area, and then kind of go around back behind it. They go behind the vehicle hangar, they go behind the pavilion, and then go to the man trap area to be able to get out. At the same time that you are going around,
the man trap. I'm sorry, the man trap area.
Oh, sorry, the entry egress point from
that's all. The airlock.
Airlock.
Gotcha.
That's
Airlock area. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. The difference.
Yeah.
The man trap. When the hell did we find that?
You don't
I
remember
that one.
Yeah.
Hell, I would have probably been the one to step in the man trap.
And with that, you see on the other side, the first one is coming out through around the back and has also met up with you all at the airlock. And he comes over and he goes, "All right, here's the plan. He just looks. He goes, "Did you all get the weapons?" And then they're like, "Yeah, luckily they didn't find them." He goes, What's the plan here?" He goes, "Well, this is scrapped." He goes, "Make it back to the ship. We'll bring him along. We'll ransom him for money, and then when I came out, I didn't see any weapons on their ship, so we can bring them over, do it, kick them out, and then fly out of here. If we have to, shoot their ship to try and stop it. Whatever we need to do, but ultimately, just we need to get out of here and get out of here fast." So the three of them, well, four if you include William, start to go through the airlock. I would say Stanley.
Mhm.
He's been in there for a bit. And then you'd kind of hear like a little bang, but like nothing out of the ordinary. It's not like something where like something slammed against the wall. It was just kind of like a
Sure.
little noise.
Sure. I say, sir, you have about 5 more seconds to finish your business before we finish it for you.
No response.
I'll nod to Flash and Gadget.
And they kind of look and they get on the other side of the door and they get back. They hit the handle one more time just to be sure that they're not about to kick down a door that's open again. And then they just go and they give it a kick and then a kick and then a kick. And then like the fourth, like it's slowly just opening up and then it just like kicks open.
Mhm.
And you go in and when you look in the room, you see a panel on the wall by the floorboard behind one of the desks has been popped open. And then you see a panel on the wall that has been removed, leading to the outside.
So I'll look at that and then look at Black and Gadget. It's all like, all right, all unauthorized individuals are considered trespassing. You may deal with them as such. And then I will radio that on the comms as well, saying that's like, please be advised that all unauthorized personnel on site are considered trespassers and are to be treated as such under company protocol A-3.4.
Stanley, this is Captain Blackthorn. What the heck's going on?
Yeah, under the ICC clauses that B, these individuals are to be considered hostile, and yeah, you might want
All right,
to
so
make sure
long and
you arm
short of it
yourself.
is something's going down, and we need to watch out.
Yes, we tried to give them a peaceful resolution of removal, but they decided that they didn't want to do that. So yeah,
Sam draws his pistol.
we have at least 3 individuals at large, and I'll try to like radio our
William?
Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, William. Like, Marshall, do you read me? Marshall.
Sounds like he can't read you.
I made sure to mute myself so I didn't accidentally say something.
Yeah. No, I know. I am just responding as I would.
Where was
Marshall,
the last
come in.
place where was he? When you last saw him, where
He
was he
went.
going?
He went with 2 others of the brothers and sisters of this place to fetch some water or something like that, but is now not responsive. So we now have at least 3 at large on the facility and one of our own unresponsive. Uh, we are now considering this a complete hostile action, and
Well,
under these
I'm with
clauses,
Franz and Isaac.
you are authorized to use lethal force.
I'm with Franz and Isaac, and we were approaching their ship, and their ship pulled up their ramp, and they have a light rail gun mounted on the side of their ship. So there's something definitely going on here.
It's
Well,
likely
I mean,
that
that's good.
you're not able to get the marshal on comms at all.
He is not responding to calls. Nope.
Captain, we should change frequencies.
Well, you guys would have your own.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
got
we were
own
on our
secret
frequency.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our as per protocol, secret frequency 1.
I'm beginning
Yeah.
to think
Which is written
that
in Stanley's rule book somewhere, I know.
But yeah, when you mentioned the railgun, it's all, or you mentioned the ship gun, it's all like, well, it's kind of not unprecedented. Yeah, that's not unprecedented. Most ships have at least some kind of defense. I mean, our own ship has
No.
some sort of defensive measures on it.
not necessarily. What ships are you referring to? In
Let's worry
unregistered.
about that later. Let's worry about William now. So
Captain,
last you saw them, they were going back to the main building to fetch water. And
Yep, and their own leader decided to try and escape through a bathroom vent.
Where are Flash and Gadget?
With me.
Why don't you all head back towards us?
That is what we are already in the course of doing,
Okay,
while
great.
we are trying to hunt down the current trespasser in our midst.
My guess is they're probably headed our way. I'm guessing that they're probably headed back to their ship.
Very likely, we will rendezvous with you at the hangar or landing pad, whatever.
Since they might be headed back this way, is there any convenient cover where we could hide and wait for them? Kind of just like a flat, featureless plane we're standing on, right?
Yeah, like the landing pad is, like I said, like a cinder block. So you're looking
Right.
like you can cover your ankles.
Yeah. Okay. No
What
place
about
to hide.
hiding behind their landing gear?
That was my next guess. Yes, hide behind their landing gear. So let's take cover behind their landing gear, assuming we can get to their landing gear in time.
So I would say, as this is happening, you would have seen, you wouldn't have seen it at first because you all would have been listening, talking, looking at the ship. But as you kind of turn around in the distance, you see 4 people coming your way. And as they get closer, because again, it's not that far. It's maybe 120 meters away. So they would have probably came out by your ship, so you wouldn't have seen them, and then you probably wouldn't have seen them until they were about 90 to 80, 90 meters away. It's probably when you would have actually seen them, and you would see 1 person in the front and 3 behind, coming your way, and all holding weapons.
All right.
Except the guy in front doesn't have a weapon.
Yeah, the guy in front doesn't have a weapon. Yeah.
We
I
need to make sure
recognize
that's
that
noted.
suit. I recognize that suit. Yes,
Yep.
it's the one that usually has the badge attached to it, right?
It would be one of your suits. You would recognize it.
How far are we from the nearby caves that are near this caldera?
So there's the caldera is just caldera completely around. You guys are
Right.
kind of out in the plain area. The caves
Right.
are on the opposite end.
Okay, so there's no caves around this end of the caldera.
There is nothing around you that you could use for cover outside of their ship.
All right.
Franz, how good are you at shooting people?
Better when I'm in a ship,
Right?
but I'm not.
Do you
I'm
by the way,
okay.
do you
I was
radio this in?
military trained.
I was gonna say, by the way, do you like radio this in at all? It's like, hey, we found William.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Stanley, everyone, they are approaching. They have William. They have William at gunpoint. He is in front of them. They are headed our way. They're roughly X meters away at this point. Flash and Gadget should hightail it this way as quickly as they can.
I'd rather not get caught in the open here, Captain. I feel like we need to get inside the ship or anywhere else. We're
I,
dead in the
I,
water here.
I'm taking cover behind their ship's landing gear because I'm assuming their ship's landing gear is the closest cover to where we are.
Yep.
Make sure that they can't leave. If they have a hostage, then it will be much harder to deal with them.
It's going down, man. It's going down.
Are there?
Right. Just make sure that they don't get back on their ship yet.
Does
Sorry?
William notice his comrades at the enemy ship?
You would have seen, as you were walking, you would have seen all three of them kind of up there. And then you would have seen them like start to go back and try and look for cover and stuff. Like they would have been like running
Okay,
around in
all right.
circles. Like, what do we do?
Then
What do
we're
we do?
When we're about 20 meters away, I would like to speak to my captors. I don't know they'll be able to hear me because they've taken the comm unit off my suit. But I haven't had a
So,
chance to talk yet.
I would say as you're walking up, you can say whatever you want. Because you would have to yell. Because it's one of those things where you would have to yell and to try and get them to hear it.
If I have to yell, forget it. Never mind. It's
Okay.
not going to make a difference.
Gotcha. And so I would say when they're about like 40, 50 meters out, they just get on the comm, open channel, and they go, "We're heading to our ship. We have one of your people hostage. We want to leave. Happy to make a deal. We're not going to harm anybody. We just want to leave. Simple as that. Get away from our ship. We'll make a deal, and then we'll let them go."
How do we handle detect lies in this game? Is there like a contest of manipulation?
I believe it's manipulation versus manipulation.
Yeah.
Isn't
I
it
think
a
that's what it
physics
is.
to observation?
But I would say,
Because like contested roles don't really. Are there contested roles in this system?
yeah.
Yes.
There are.
Okay.
The only thing about this is because it's coming over suit comms, I don't think you can get the inflection and the facial recognition and stuff like that. So I find it hard to be able to determine if they're lying.
Okay.
And then I would say like they kind of turn to William and they're just like doing it on the outside and just like, just stick with us, you'll be fine. All they have to do is
And
cut
I
us a
stop
check.
moving.
What?
I stop moving.
And then he goes, now, no need to do that. We're just going to get on the ship.
I put my hand up to my helmet like I can't hear him.
And he's like,
And point at the fact that they removed my comm system.
but. And he turns and then she just kind of looks at him and just goes. And then he goes, damn it.
And at that point, I'm going to go for pushing the barrel of the shotgun up and out of my face. I'm just going to try and bull rush the person with my shotgun.
Absolutely.
I'm going to open fire.
Well, I would say we're going to start with William. So it's going to be all right, let me get the tokens all set up now.
I'm done with this.
All right, we have follower 1, 2, 3.
It's a shame. They might have been cute. I'd have been happy to flirt with them a little bit, but you know, despite rolling 2 successes on observation, I didn't notice them get my shotgun.
Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna do this here, and we're going to kind of increase this just to kind of give it something. And then you guys are kind of going to be hidden around the sides of it. And again, this is role play of mine a little bit here. And so, William, because these two were talking and this happened, I am giving you the advantage. So you are going for a grapple. Let's see, where is
The ultimate in perfect, if this goes perfectly the way I want it to, it's pushing the shotgun barrel up and away, sort of getting it the entire weapon between us, bull rushing and trying to go over and land on top of this person so the both of us are prone. Well, I would be prone, she would be supine, and then the other people are standing up as nice big targets.
Yep. Where is
That is the objective. I don't know that it's going to happen, but that's what I would like to happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully
No,
that's what will
I
happen.
love
Yeah.
that.
Fingers
So,
crossed.
attack in close combat. You're going to be using close combat. I'm looking at the full actions with the new ones to see. Then quick actions. Yeah, so it's page 60 if you guys are curious.
Page 60.
So we have close combat. 62 is close combat. So we're going for disarm. You wrestle an item from your opponent. Pass, you move past them. Shove, you shove them. Grapple, you pin your enemy in a tight clinch. Okay, so you roll for close combat to hit. And then okay, so you're stating you want to do do you want to go for a disarm or grapple?
Honestly, the grapple sounds more like what I would like to try. I mean, I don't know if there's any sort of mechanical difference, but I just know that if this doesn't work, I'm probably screwed regardless. So I'll go for the grapple to try and take this person down because I still have that instinct to try and take somebody alive.
Right.
I think as part of a extra dice in the roll, but you can do a disarm afterwards, right?
Yeah, so basically
that
if you're
change?
going with a special attack, which is a disarm, pass, shove, or grapple, you don't get additional dice, you just get the close combat roll.
Right.
And so and then the target gets to decide whether or not they defend if you do a special attack. So
I figured I was going to be the first character to die in this game because I don't know the rules. So here we go.
Roll a lot of 6-sided dice and roll 6s.
okay,
That's all you
so
need to know.
we're gonna start with rolling close combat. Ready?
I can't see. I can't even see the dice rolling, so you have to tell me.
You poor guy.
I mean,
All right.
honestly, the only way I can think of would be to reboot my entire computer, and I'm just not in the mood.
I know. I'm like,
If you want, I'll go grab a handful of 6-siders. I got plenty.
that's what I was gonna ask. Is like if you want to roll yourself, if you want to do the 6-sided.
Sure. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'll get my super lucky dice.
All right.
So how
You can't
many
put this
how
in
many
Dan's
dice
hands.
am I rolling?
All right, I'm just gonna click
Like
your
6-sider.
close combat. This isn't your roll. I'm just clicking it to see how many dice it is. So it's going to be 5 dice. 3 of them one color, 2 of them for your stress.
Okay, 3 of them one color, and then I need 2 others for stress.
Correct.
Okay. I will use my green luckies for regular, and I will use my Casino Royale dice for stress.
All right. So a 6 is a success. So we'll start with that. Any
I have no
success.
successes and no failure. No ones and no sixes.
Okay.
Push it.
Yeah, so you can push it. So you add 1 stress die if you'd like to push.
Yeah, what the hell? Hang on. I got another red one. Usually these dice are very lucky for me, but they're not. I haven't used them in a while. They're rusty. Okay, I got no ones on the stress dice, thank God, and I've got 1 success
Okay.
on the green dice.
Yeah, so you do exactly what you want. I'm going to give you the advantage there for that because they weren't paying attention. Let's see. If you are attacked in close combat, you can choose to defend yourself to avoid being hit. Defending's a quick action for your roll. I'm going to defer here. And I want the players' thoughts here. Because they were not paying attention and they kind of like turned and were like, I don't know. And then he does this. Do you think they would have the ability to defend?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like a split
Yeah,
second action.
if they, I would just give it like minus dice or whatever. I would
Okay.
say like -2 dice on this roll.
That
Okay.
sounds legit.
Perfect. So they get the defend.
So if you're using the ambush, that would at least okay, it says +2 dice to the initial attack, and the target cannot defend or dodge. If we're saying this is an ambush,
I would.
which is different than just surprise.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
That's where I'm
next
like,
level.
Ambush is like you have no idea that anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They wouldn't if they didn't know where I was. That's an ambush.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I wish that had been the case.
I mean, it just says usually the result of stealth mode. Usually.
Yeah.
It wasn't stealth. It was just
Surprise.
Well,
sheer.
that's why it's just usually, right? It's always up to the GM.
I'm just reading the defend. Yeah, you roll close combat. So this is going to be follower 2.
Yeah, so unless they're like super trained, they might have like 2 strength and no close combat skill. I don't know, maybe the person who took his gun has like 1 skill in it or something like that. I don't know.
Well, that was more of a skullduggery kind of pickpocket roll, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
They didn't take it from me by force. By
Right.
subterfuge.
Yeah, they just rolled close combat and failed.
Yay.
All right.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, yeah, I did a public roll, so that way you guys can see it too.
Yep.
So they failed. Yeah, so basically you do what you want. You go ahead and exactly as you described, like go ahead and describe it again how you anticipate this rolling out.
Okay, he's doing this whole sort of shrug thing with the hand near the helmet, like I don't understand what you're doing. And then when they start looking at each other, like, well, what are we going to do? Suddenly, his right hand just shoots up under the shotgun barrel, but in front of the pump. As it pushes up, he comes forward, almost like going in for a bear hug, so that the shotgun's pinned between us like this. And so, I mean, William's not like a huge guy or anything, but he's probably bigger than this woman. He just gets her like an inch or 2 up, and then body checks her straight down to the ground, landing on top of her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know my comrades are watching, and hopefully they will take this as the signal to go.
Nah.
Like, oh,
You
he's
got this.
stupid. Let him die.
What is he doing? That fool. He's gonna
We were
get
going
us
to
all
pay for him to
killed.
be free. We were going to pay the ransom.
All right. So with that, I'm going to.
So outside, there's no like atmosphere or anything like that, right? Is it like complete vacuum?
Yes.
Okay. So
Uh,
funny enough, I did see in the whole like in a MythBusters episode, a gun will still go off in vacuum.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
as long
got
as
space guns,
there's
it's fine.
air inside the for the powder to ignite.
Yeah.
And
The
a
other thing
lot
is
of
like
these.
there's just no air resistance to like make the bullet velocity stop.
Yeah.
Well, air doesn't stop it that much, as particularly at shorter range. You got to see the
Right.
one where
I'm
they're
just
shooting
saying.
water.
Yeah, I'm just saying like when it gets to like the further distances where it would start to drop off, it's not going to do that.
All right. Let me.
So that is William's chin.
Yeah, and funny enough, when I set up the combat, you are the first one to go. So that works out great. All right, so you did your actions. I'm going to follower 2 is going to have their whoops. I want to All right.
So,
So
Sam has fast reflexes, which is one of the talents from the original edition
okay.
that lets him draw 2 cards for initiative, and he gets to take the one that he likes best.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have a
I think you're still
D10?
going before all the other ones outside of William.
Yeah, he's behind the leader. And so I would say
However you want to work it, that's fine. I
yeah, I'm
figured I'd
trying
let you know.
to figure out. I'm not sure how to re-roll.
Just roll another one for him.
Yeah, but
Or
then it'll
either
actually
either.
switch his encounter.
We can worry.
Oh,
Let's
you can
we'll worry
under
about it
the
another day. No big deal.
under the
I'm
initiative.
going
Yeah, under
pretty
the
early in the initiative, so that's cool.
Well, here, actually, I'll just do this. I'll add this, and I'll roll party 1. You got 2 4s.
Okay. I'll take the 4.
Yeah.
No. Take the 4.
Oh, all right. I'll take the 4.
No, he should take the 4.
All right. So William win. It's now the leader's turn. And the guy is there as you do this. The person goes like this, you tackle him, and like their arm like hits him, and he like sees this happen, and he's like, no, and like he puts his hand up, and he's like, no, and then he's like sitting there like trying to figure out what to do next, and he's panicking, and he's like, don't shoot. And then we are going to go to the next person. So now it's Sam's turn.
Okay.
And I would say he panicked, so I don't know if he actually clicked the button to go broadcast. So I think he's doing this, he's panicked, and he's not broadcasting it. So all you see is like hand moving and going up and down, and you see someone like disco dancing down there.
All right. Disco dancing. Everyone was disco.
He's obviously, signaling them to try and shoot you.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So
He's yelling, "Open fire!"
I'm going to take 2 quick actions.
Okay.
The first quick action is going to be to command Franz, shoot the bastards. And that's going to let me roll command And according to the rules on page 60, roll for command. For every success you get, the person I'm commanding gets +1 to their die roll later in the round. So if I say shoot the bastards and I roll like 3 or 4 success or sixes, that will give Franz like 3 or 4 sixes to add to, or 3 or 4 dice to add to his pool.
Okay.
So my command is, I got like 8 dice for command. Did I get anything good?
Oh, I gotta scroll down. 1 success. Hey, it worked.
Hey, one dice better than do I want to push it? Yes.
All right.
All right.
Oh, 4.
Yep, 4 total.
Okay. So Franz, when you go to shoot at them, assuming you will shoot at them, you're going to get four dice extra. And then the other quick action I'm going to do is I'm going to command them to drop their weapons. And that way we can shoot at them while they're dropping their weapons. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they're tuned to well, we were talking to them, right? At some point?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were using basically the all channel.
Right. All right, so there's a success. So Franz, shoot them. Dudes, drop your weapons. And that's me. My 2 quick actions.
All right. I'm just looking to see. Where's it says the? Oh, I'm on the wrong. No, am I on the wrong page? Where's
What you
the
looking for?
command for combat?
Giving orders on page 60.
Oh, there we go. So
Now, as far as command to other people,
that's the thing I was going with. I
Oh, the
don't.
command to other people? Yeah, that's just, yeah. Maybe it would have been manipulation. I don't know.
I would say you can shout anything you want. Like when it's your
Okay.
turn, a shout in general is going to be, because it's not a command, you can just tell them. And so that's not going to be an action itself.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that works. So I shout at them. We'll retract the die roll.
So you can you still have a full action and or a quick action.
I am going to
Because you can take
You
aim.
know what? I can save my quick action, right? Can I save my quick action? Is that they still have that in this one?
Only
It
if you're
resets
gonna,
at the beginning of the round.
yeah, it's only if
Right.
you're gonna dodge or something like that. That's what you can save it for. But I could say you could aim a ranged attack, which I think would assist you next round.
Right.
You can move. You can take partial cover, which I think you guys kind
That's
of
kind of what
already.
we were doing before this all went down.
Yep.
I'm going to save it just on the outside chance that somebody shoots at me.
All right.
And I also, since I do have command, I've got like
there it is.
the ability to try to remove stress from people, stuff like that. Not that I see anybody getting super stressed out on the very first round, but I'm going to save my second.
Yeah.
No,
No,
here's
there's
the
no way,
difference between
no reason to believe William's under stress.
That is something I was going to say is everyone gets a point of stress. Thank you for that for this iteration.
Yeah.
All right.
Just because I happen to see it on the holding off action that you're talking about. So surprise and ambush. Combat starts with an attack that the GM deems to be surprising. The attacker, in this case it would have been William, automatically gets the #1 initiative card in the first round of combat. The combatants draw their initiative cards that remain. With several attackers, they get the earliest card to distribute freely. At the start of the second round, everyone draws initiative as usual.
Okay.
So there's a
I will be
surprise
right
round,
back,
which the
excuse me,
attacker
sorry.
gets the first slot regardless, and then every round after that, it goes to a regular initiative.
Gotcha.
Do you redo initiative every round? That's
No, just the
again, I
second
don't
No.
round.
know the rule. Okay.
So luckily, I already rolled everything, and so it worked out nicely. So we can keep the current iteration, unless you guys want to re-roll. So
I'm good.
we are going to. So are you go? He disappeared.
Yeah, he said he had to step off real quick.
All right. He said he's going to hold his action. So we're going to go to the next person, Isaac.
Well,
You hear?
Isaac will.
I'll say you hear Sam yell to whatchamacallit,
Shoot the
Franz.
bastard.
Yeah.
And what did he yell again?
What was it? Shoot him?
Shoot the bastards.
Shoot the bastards.
Oh,
Right.
sorry. Shoot the
Well,
bastards.
Being unarmed, Isaac is going to try and make his way towards the light fighter.
Okay.
So that way he can see if he can like disable the railgun if there's anybody on board, or maybe even use it. At the very least, keep him from getting off the planet. So he's gonna.
I would say
use
to try and
his-
see if you can manually override the entry ramp.
Yeah. Let's see here. If I check
Yeah, because
my-
I say I don't think you're going to be able to really do anything.
I'm gonna
the
take
gun.
I'm gonna take a fast action to run
Okay.
towards the ship. How many zones will it take
You're-
for me to get to the ship?
I'd say you're pretty much in the same zone, if not right next to it. So you would be able to make your move to whatever spot that you want on the ship that location that you want to get to with ease.
Okay. So I'll use my fast action to run towards the ship, and then once I'm there, is the door locked? Because if it is, I like to use a slow action to use a Comtech roll in order to open the door.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and try and do a comm tech to override it.
Do I still have tunnel vision?
Yes, you do.
Four successes? 5, 6.
Jeez.
That tunnel vision, though, is like you're locked in.
Yeah.
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 You basically go to like take the panel down, and the thing just opens right up. Like,
You just
Alright,
gotta.
So I guess that's the end of my
Use
turn.
password.
The red
for
carpet
password,
rolls
you know.
down.
Yeah, I just pull out my diagnostic kit and I force a command override.
yeah.
Sam, you could actually use this opportunity to use your held action to run up into the ship.
That would be a no.
And as you
I
run,
mean,
the
run up
ship,
in there with
Him seems like
with your
he's-
weapon drawn, and take over the ship.
Hey, while that sounds like a good idea, Sam thinks he needs to be down here on the ground with the people that he's with, just in case he needs to do something to help out with his free action.
All right. So, Isaac, your turn is up. So we are going to follower number 3. I am going to say follower number 3 is going to run over to assist, and she is going to do a close combat and go to, where is it? And is going to shove you.
Or attempt to shove, anyway.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if grapple. I don't think you can defend because you are grappled. So they are going to move up on you and then go ahead and do a grapple.
Let's see. While you're grappling, the only action you can perform until you choose to release your opponent is a grapple attack. This works as a normal unarmed attack, but cannot be defended against.
Okay. Actually, she's going to. I'm trying to see if
Does
she
she
can
have
use
any
the butt of her gun.
I
Hit my
mean,
helmet. Good luck.
yeah,
Well,
he's
on the
basically
body.
wearing a piece.
Like in the ribs.
That's fine. I don't know if this system, quite a few systems though do it where if you're gonna like attack, doing a melee attack on somebody who's prone on the ground, that might have some kind of advantage or disadvantage depending upon the
Mhm.
circumstances. But yeah, let her.
Also, your
let-
suit should
let
also
her
give you
roll.
a armor rating.
I'm not sure if these ones have it. Yeah, I'll just say is going to kick you to try and shove you off. So we're just going with close combat.
They have an armor of 2.
And goes to kick you and trips and stumbles over you. Completely missing you. Perfectly prone on the ground. And then kind of
the
like
rolling
Barrel of
around.
the shotgun.
Would no, because there's no stress for the NPC, and dropping the weapon's not one of them. So I would say they fall to the ground, and that is
Do
going
they
to
land
be.
near the barrel of the shotgun?
Oh,
Or
do
near
they
the
land
muzzle?
near it like the way you guys are falling?
Like they land next to it so that if I could just move the muzzle a little bit.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
they might
because
go
the
the other
way.
side. I don't know.
No, that's actually a great point. Because you would have
Anti-cinematic.
fallen this way. She was right here. She would have went to kick you and went over and fallen. And so potentially the way the barrel is, yeah, that you actually all you'd have to do is just tweak it a
Okay.
little bit and you
It's
would
not
be
my
able.
turn, but we'll worry about that later.
That is actually very fascinating. I like it. All right. We are going to go to the ship's turn, and the ship door hangar opens thanks to some shoddy wiring, apparently. And we are going to.
This was Isaac's doing. Don't say he got lucky on bad wiring.
Thank you. I was just thinking that.
Come on.
Thank you.
He saw the numbers on the on the security pad that have been pressed enough
1,
times, and he was
2,
just all
3,
like,
4.
Come on.
There's no dust on those.
Yeah. Another
Amazing.
person
That's the same
who's
combination
on
on
the
my
ship
luggage.
hears this open, and they kind of stand in the back, in the hallway, and they kind of shout, "I have a gun! Don't come in here!" And then as they're doing that,
I hope who's ever on the ship is wearing a suit.
yep,
Just open the vacuum.
no, because they would be in the front actual driving area.
The
God, I am
cockpit,
terrible
yeah.
I am terrible with words right now today. And so they would have had their suit on from initial landing, and they just would have had their helmet off, and then seeing all this, they would have clicked it on. Especially because the ramp was open before, and he closed it. And then as he's doing that, he's going to be like clicking buttons, and you're kind of going to hear the ship start to like hum a little bit and starting to wake up. The next one is follower 2, the person who got tackled. Because they did the defense, that is their quick action. So they are going to
Let's see. While in a grapple,
I think you have to grapple again to get away.
yeah, you have to do like your own close combat roll. It's going to be an opposed one, basically,
Yeah.
again. And if they win, they get control of the grapple. And then because they don't have a quick action to use, while they have control of it, they can't get away, but they'll have control of it. And then William will have to roll again to get control, to potentially get control of it again.
Whoops. Oh, well, they fail. And these dice are not working for the NPCs at all.
Yay.
Yeah, so she goes to try and grapple and just completely whiffs. So now we are going back to Franz. Or so say, not back, but we are going to Franz.
Well, how far is Franz from the closest follower or leader?
So I'm going to say 3 people are on the ground right now. And this is the only person who is standing. I would say you're probably not able to determine who the leader is from this distance. But this is the only person over here on the left who is standing.
How far are they?
I'm going to say they are probably, at this point, they probably got to within
Short
40,
distance.
I would say like 40 meters. I'm trying to see where's the distance.
I would probably say that's like two zones worth.
That's what I was looking for, the zone card for this one.
Yeah, the zones don't really have like how big things really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because technically you're just in one big zone because it's just an open area. So
Yeah. So
you have to kind of make that assumption yourself at that point.
yeah, but that's where I was just looking to see if they had anything in particular, and then the weapons for them, what their modifiers are.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So I'd say you're probably within, not adjacent, but probably short.
Okay. If I'm in short range, then no, because that would require 2. All right, I guess I'll shoot him.
With those extra 4 dice.
Yep, extra 4 dice.
If I was a little closer, I wouldn't, but because Franz is just thinking it's like they're not being aggressive, particularly. I mean, other than
What are you talking about? They're all wrestling on the ground right now.
I mean, technically, the marshal started that. I mean, they
Yeah,
took
and
him
they're fighting.
captive, obviously, but
I think that's
Other-
aggressive.
I mean, it can be defensive. They sound scared to Franz, so he's like, not necessarily wanting to kill them, but he did
But
get
Franz
orders
is reckless.
to shoot them. So I guess he's gonna do it.
Yeah, so you have your +4. What weapon are you using?
The VP-70 MA6 semi-automatic pistol.
Yep. So you're good. You're good on range and everything else, so there's nothing to worry about there. But yeah, go ahead.
If you roll a whole bunch of successes, you can use a couple of them to say it was a non-lethal shot.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
I
So
don't know. If you shoot somebody's suit and put a hole in it, it's going to be lethal regardless.
They got patch kits.
Yeah.
This is +2.
Oh yeah, which one are you shooting at? The one that's standing up or one of the two that's on the ground?
Yeah, the one that's standing up.
yeah, otherwise that would be a negative modifier. So you got a 2, so that is page 40. I think that's a -2 wits. Yeah,
Yeah, that
tunnel
sounds right.
vision. All skill rolls based on wits get -2 dice. Yep. All right. So with that, do you want to do anything with your quick action?
I do want to move closer.
Okay. So if you move closer, remember there is no cover, just for awareness.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so you will move one zone. I'll kind of put you in the front here. So I'll kind of put you in adjacent. All right, so now we re-roll, I believe is correct, after the no wait, because it wasn't an ambush. Correct? Is that the
Oh no,
ambush
that's
is
just
for
it's just the surprise stuff is like you have the surprise round and then you have the rest of the round afterwards. But
okay.
you said you just want to go ahead and just like keep it as it is as the second rounds. It kind of like worked out that way.
Okay. So we're going to go back to William. William, you are up. You are still in control of close combat. The other person tried to get away. What would you like to do? So I think this is going to be move over to combat. I think the next thing, because you have grapple, the next thing that, from what you sounded like, the next one would be disarm.
Yeah, if I can get the control of the shotgun back, I would really like to.
Yep. So you are stating that it's a special attack. And then you are rolling to disarm, which is again close combat. And then they are going to defend to try and not lose their weapon. So you are going to do
Okay.
another roll. Let me do the I would say, because of this position and because the way that you were in, and we didn't do it last time, I'll give you a +1 modifier on top to make up for
Okay.
last time. And I'm going to roll real quick just to see how many dice. So it's going to be 4 regular dice and then 3 stress dice.
That's what I thought. Okay, I have 1 success on the regular dice, and I have 1 on the stress dice.
Okay. So you are going to go ahead and we are going to work on the stress. So you're going to roll a d6.
Okay.
Add your stress, add your stress to that.
Which I believe is 3, so that's
Yep.
a 5.
5. And then you are going to subtract your resolve. So your wits
And my
is
resolve, because I have 2 levels of I've seen it all, should be 6.
because it's a +1 to resolve each time.
Yeah.
So it's 4 + 4. Yep. So it's going to be 6. So you cancel everything out. And then they are going to do a close combat defense. That is this one.
Negative Ghost Rider.
God, I can not roll anything. So yeah, you now have taken the shotgun from her.
Liam took all your successes in that one roll.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
All right. So that is going to be your close combat. So that's a full action, so you will have a quick action. I'm trying to think if anything is possible.
He can now get away with the shotgun if he wants.
Okay. So you could break away from the grapple. Yeah, I think that would have to be the quick action next. Would be to, because they just won the grapple there. So I guess would you move away?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I've got the one who's technically under me, the one who's next to me, and then the standing guy trying to beat on me with his handgun. I'd sort of like, sort of roll in a different direction and then just come up, probably be on like both knees with the shotgun at the ready, saying, gesturing at them, but not pulling the trigger.
Sorry, I just realized. Sorry, Franz. I completely forgot to resolve your hit. I was.
Oh, that's right.
It's like we completely forgot you shot somebody.
I did shoot somebody, yes.
Yeah, it's like.
Let's see what happens, and that might change what I do, but I doubt it. But let's see.
That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah, we don't know how much armor these suits have or whatever goes on with them. We'll see.
Yeah, I was just
I
sitting
mean,
there. I
if
was
they're
like,
like ours, it's 2 armor.
that's where I was like looking. I was like, wait a second, something. We totally missed something.
Okay, so the pistol does 2 damage.
Base damage, I believe, yes.
Oops, what was that?
That's a big
I just
pistol,
clicked
'cause if
something.
I recall, the shotgun did a 3.
That's why I was like, rolling armor. I don't think that's right.
That's a first edition thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it just does a flat thing now, doesn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
what I
does.
was.
See the amount of
Right.
damage inflicted on a successful attack, extra successes,
Armor, page
increased
67.
damage.
Damage cause is reduced by the armor level. So the IRC MK, let's see what that was. Equipment. Suits. So it's an armor level of 1. You got 1 hit. Oh no, you got 3
3
hits.
successes, so I think 4 total.
Yeah, so 3 successes. It says 1 damage per shot.
Which gun is it?
The VP.
VP 70. In the
Okay,
book, it
VP
says
70
2.
MA6.
Yeah, it's
Plus 2 damage to range AM,
yeah.
MO2.
So it's 2
So
in
base
this
2
one.
damage, and then anything else you want to add to it, or you can use your extra
Yep.
successes for other things.
So yeah. What would you like to do? So it would be 4 damage.
Uh, 4 damage and then 1 reduced.
So it would be 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Kneecap him.
Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't matter what you hit; it's gonna
Yeah.
kill them. So
Yeah. I think
Broken, is that the term they use in this?
That is for PCs. I don't think NPCs have broken.
Okay.
But you did more than enough damage.
yeah, I think Franz would just sort of like pop off a couple shots and then run forward. Not really. He was, just ordered to shoot. He was, seeing the situation, pop off the shots, run forward. I don't think he's going to do anything special.
All right.
Just try
Well, we just
take
got
him out.
raided by Top Down Tabletop. Welcome in, raiders. Thank you for raiding and coming in. We are currently in the middle of combat right now. One of our players was taken hostage. He decided to take the initiative, and it has been going very well for him and the players. They have been rolling nothing but successes, and the NPCs have missed legitimately every single roll. And one of the NPCs just got shot a lot and is no longer with us and just kind of drops to the ground lifeless. And that is where we're at right now. So welcome in.
As he was yelling, "Don't shoot," but we couldn't hear him.
Yeah. But that
They
is,
shouldn't
let's
have taken
see.
hostages.
Yeah, I don't think broken is for NPCs.
Okay.
I mean, you could just have him not die instantly, and have him have a painful, suffocating death from the
suffocating.
holes in his suit.
But that's where I was just looking to see if but we can definitely look at that for the future to know whether or not NPCs have the critical injuries for
NPCs
broken.
can be broken in the same way as PCs.
Okay.
They can rally or give first aid to a PC, vice versa. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this, however, dice are usually not rolled when an NPC aids another. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
So
You
essentially,
can also
It'd be nice
decide
to
that
take them all captive.
it says it's up to you. If it's a minor NPC, they can just die.
yeah, and I'm gonna say space. So I don't think they're
Space.
going to be able to do anything at that point. So
That was on.
I mean, you can just
69.
roll. You can roll on the chart and see what happened.
Yeah.
Let's see, 2d6s.
Yep.
Oh God,
It's a fun
6.
chart to roll on. It really is.
Oops. Well, I still just cannot roll well for them. I rolled a 66. So
You got him right in the chest.
So
Center mass.
dead. All right. So
I always say
William.
Not only is he merely dead, he's really most sincerely dead.
Yes. Man, these rolls are not good for these NPCs. All right, so
it's okay. This just allows us to work out some of the kinks.
Yeah. William, you go and you grapple this gun and you just see this body slump to the ground. You would know it's the man.
Excellent.
You know it's the man who is the one that just died. Sam, it is your turn. You see...
Can't say anything to anybody because my radio's out.
Yeah. You see this body slump to the ground, and then you are by the ship, the freighter, and you hear, "Don't come in, I have a gun."
Oh, I'm coming in all right. I'm going to run up the stairs. And I just looked up manipulation. And it says that I could do manipulation as an opposed roll.
Yep.
And if I'm on a radio, I would get a -1 to my die roll for manipulation on the opposed roll. So I'm going to run up the steps and I'm going to tell the person, put down your gun. You have been defeated. Your companions outside are all down. Give up. Like, don't be a fool. We don't want to kill you. You all started this.
There's the guy who said, "Shoot the bastards."
Yeah, it's like,
He
wait.
doesn't know I said that, though. Right? Maybe he does.
Yeah, that was on the private channel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the private channel.
We don't want to hurt you. Shoot to kill.
And that's on page 47.
And then
Yep.
page
The
44.
negotiating position thing. There's like a
Mhm.
little chart.
Yep. I also ended up just kind of
Oh, here we
posting
go.
that in the Discord as well for quick access.
I guess I could probably even say we have more people than they do to give us a +1 die.
That's what I was just looking at. Is you have
Your
more
opponent
people
has suffered damage.
In a way, they've suffered
Yes.
damage.
Yeah.
But I would say... Yes, Mm, your opponent has nothing to gain by helping you, but you are over the radio. So I'm going to say a +1, a -1 because you're doing it over the radio, and then but you have more people on your side, so it's going to be a clean manipulation roll.
So balances out. That sounds fair.
Yep.
All right.
It is a manipulation versus manipulation, basically.
Right. It's opposed. Yeah.
All right, so you got 1.
I got 1 success.
So are you going to push?
He can
Or-
technically wait until the other.
Oh,
person
that's right.
rolls.
He can wait.
Go
Yep.
for more.
So he can wait, and then it is, who is this one? This one's this one. Okay. Manipulation. I got a 1 on a 2.
And who do ties go to?
So the defender has to actually roll more than the attacker in this case.
mm,
Or
tie
if I'm
goes to
reading,
the
if I'm
aggressor.
reading, if I'm reading the
The active
opposed
person.
rolls, right?
Opposed rolls, page 44. Say,
6, 4.
yeah, it says open rolls. There's
Uh,
no clear active party. Then it's a tie. There's no winner.
Well, there's definitely active party here, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
if not,
rules.
I'll push it.
I say you can push it. Yeah, so you get 2, so you win.
Okay.
So yeah. What are you saying for them to do?
I'm telling them to surrender and put down their weapons. Because they've been defeated and they started it, not us. So just like put down your weapons, give up.
Okay. And then anything else? So your fast action was that, and then your next action was manipulation. So I think that's your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. In opposed roll, so there's no clear active party. A tie means there's no clear winner of the roll. If this doesn't work in the situation, break the tie randomly.
Okay. Simple enough. All right, Isaac. What are you going to do?
So the captains have succeeded in rolling manipulation, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So is that guy lowering his gun? Is he not planning on shooting anyone?
That's what I was going to ask. Would his action be on his turn, or would you think it would
Yeah,
supersede?
it's on his turn. He decides whether or not what he's going to do.
That's what I was thinking.
Is it
Yeah.
possible to hold my action until this guy's turn is over?
Yes.
Swap. I know. I was like, how do we swap again?
You just do well, it's not necessarily swapping. He's just doing the hold off until
Okay.
something
Yeah.
happens.
All right, so you're just doing a holding. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just waiting for the right moment to step in.
Okay. So, yep. You hold off, and then we are going actually to the next person, which is him. And this person kind of like looks back and sees the person like slumped to the ground over there. 2 other people are on the ground. And he kind of sees the person who was supposed to be the hostage kind of have the gun, kind of like standing up and just being like, what is going on here? And then he just goes and he chucks the gun, and like the gun like tumbles down the hall, like flying by you, like almost dangerously by you. And he goes, I threw my gun. I'm not doing anything.
Shoot the bastard! No.
You fool!
We're not that
I mean,
kind of crew.
Not yet.
Potentially at this point, it's just rounding them up.
Yeah.
All right. So Isaac, it is now back to your turn.
So, assuming that the situation's been handled, Isaac's gonna go ahead and pick up the gun and use some of the rope that was attached to his suit's belt and tie this guy up.
Okay. Yeah, he is a
Right.
non-combatant, so he is being removed from this combat.
And he was the last combatant, right?
No, there
Oh,
is
the other two are still out there.
So the one on the show. Okay, so that's what
Technically, 2 on the ground are still in combat. One of them's even got a pistol out. But
Yep.
right. All right. So this guy in the ship's gonna be tied up.
hoping they
That's
decide
my
to
turn.
Yep. You're able to secure them, lock them down, and everything else. It is the ship's turn. The ship has no pilot and moves on. It is now the follower 2 who is on the ground and has lost her weapon. And she
That's right.
looks around and sees that the person has been shot and killed. And she makes a break over, runs over for the gun, and picks it up. And that is follower 2's. And now it's Franz's turn.
Funeral.
I believe
The first one right here is on the ground. Follower 2 is like standing now. Just ran over, grabbed the gun.
okay, but probably okay. She ran.
Yeah, she picked up the gun but can't fire yet.
Can I get too close?
You are in adjacent right now, and then you can move into the same zone.
Yeah, for firing, I think
Yeah.
like being in the same zone is technically like point blank, and it gives you penalties.
Yeah, that's what I was just.
Franz wants to kung fu fight though.
The VP
Yeah.
70 in this is adjacent to medium range before it starts taking
Yeah,
penalty.
I don't want to shoot.
Franz
Okay.
has to be kung fu fighting.
Yeah, the goal was to run up and try to, I guess, restrain this person.
You're talking about
Or
the one that's on the ground here, or you want
the
to
one
try
that ran. Yeah.
so the one that
One that
ran
went
and
and picked up
grabbed
the
the
gun.
weapon.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to run past the person who's on the ground with a gun.
Oh, they both have a gun?
Yeah.
Oh, they had their own like pistols. Just one of them also had your shotgun at the time.
No, so these two actually have one has a shotgun and the other has a rifle.
I see.
They
I was
grabbed
just
them.
confused because they're not on the they're not in the initiative tracker for me anymore.
Hmm.
I only see follower 2.
I have follower 2
Follower
right.
2 is after the ship.
Yeah. Oh, I knocked out follower 3. Whoops.
Hmm.
There we go.
Okay.
I meant to get rid of the other one.
Well, shoot.
Yeah.
If they
And then
both
you
have a
could
gun.
just assign them initiative number again.
Yeah, I'll just leave it there on the side.
Yeah, I mean, if they both have guns, then and that one, I just watched that one run and pick up another gun, so they're not giving up.
Yeah, so follower 3's on the ground, still has the gun. Follower 2 just ran over and picked up the gun.
Okay. We will do another shot with this pistol then at follower number 2.
Okay.
No modifiers on this one. Oops.
All right.
All right, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5 damage if you want to put it all in damage.
No, I'll use one of the successes to conserve ammo.
Okay.
So it'll be 4 damage, I guess, anyways.
So it'll be 4 damage minus 1 is 3 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And let me pull up. This is 2. And that is she. Whoops, wrong button. And she just slumps to the ground as well. And with the air entering her, she is going to be done as well. And so follower 2's done. Franz, you just went ahead and killed another person. You're cold-blooded. You are on a kill streak right now. Would you like to do anything with your fast action?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I was going to say, don't forget you can take aim, and I'll give you a +1, I think it is, or is it +2? I can't remember.
+2, I think. Let's see. Take aim says
+2, yep.
+2, but I think I have to attack. Let's see. Must happen on my turn immediately before the attack.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think I
Yeah, so
can
you
do it
can't
from
you can't
next
do
turn.
it.
Yeah, I thought there like Overwatch, or they get rid of Overwatch and stuff. I think they might have got rid of Overwatch.
I think they got rid of it.
Yeah, I guess I'll save the quick action then.
Okay. Easy enough. So we go back to William.
I need to head to bed. I have work early in the morning.
Okay.
I just went on for long, so and combat wrapping up soon. So sorry everyone, I'm gonna have to head out early.
Yeah, no worries. We were just gonna finish up this round right here, and then that's where we were gonna close it. So this is the last person. So William, it is your turn.
Now, is the person who's still alive, is that the one who had my shotgun that I tackled? Or was that the one who just got ventilated by Franz?
Yeah, that's the one who just got killed by Franz. This is the one who went to kick you afterwards and missed and tripped over you.
I've got to try and convince her to surrender once. So I like take a step forward, bringing the shotgun like right up to, put the muzzle against her helmet and give her that look. I mean, again, my comms are out. It's drop the weapon or I will blow you away.
And I think that's pretty universal. I don't think you need to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I don't care how pie in the sky these lunatics are. And besides, they already know about like hostage taking and ransom and crap like that. So they get this.
And with that person kind of looks over and sees both people dead, and she has, pun intended, no legs to stand on. And so we are out of combat, and that is where we are going to end tonight's stream. So real quick, I'm just going to run through the experience points.
Before you do that, I just want to say that, remember, Sam asked Franz a very interesting question. Are you good at shooting people? And his response was, I'm better with a ship. I'm now deathly afraid of the idea of him shooting people with ship-mounted weapons. He will kill people. He will destroy ships like that.
Awesome.
Oh my.
So everyone gets 1 XP for the game session. Did you risk or sacrifice something to further your personal agenda? If you did, go ahead and add 1. Did you risk your life for your buddy PC? If you did, anything for combat wise, feel free. Did you challenge or stand up to your rival PC? Go ahead and get a point if you did. Did you make a panic roll? No one did. Did you overcome a dangerous event? Everyone gets a point there. And then, did you make a significant discovery or revelation? I would say yes. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? I would say yes for quite a few of you. like bypassing the lock in 2 seconds and like talking people down. I think there's a lot that you could get away with there. And then, did you earn any money? Yes, it's paycheck week. If you want, I'll just make a note of it at the beginning of next stream that you all are paid. And we'll dish that out. And so that is everything that we have for this evening. Sorry, we went a little long, but that was a tight scene with everything
Technical
going on.
difficulties.
Yeah, and the difficulties didn't help. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for watching. We will be live next week at 8 p.m. To see what happens next, what they do with these 2 people that they now have prisoner. And with that, let's go with John. Do you have the sign off?
Yes. So obviously, this has been an expedition fraught with peril. Out here on the frontier, you never know what's going to happen, and it's always nice to have a crew with you who are steadfast and are capable of acting when the chips are down and performing at their utmost, as these people here have done today. Thank you all very much.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for coming out. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, and we will see you next week. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Take it easy, gang.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10 minutes. The option to override automatic detonation expires in T-minus 5 minutes.